also welcome our academic leaders, our beloved principal, Dr. B.S. Yadav sir, Professor Dr. Konda, and all my colleagues and participants. K.J. Somaiya College is one of the premier institutes in the field of education in Maharashtra. Our college is twice accredited with A grade and is the recipient of Best College Award by Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune. Established in 1964, we are imparting education in the fields of arts, commerce, science, computer science with UG and PG and PhD research centers in 7 subjects. Today's lecture is the part of Impact Lectures series and organized with the motive of innovation and entrepreneurship. Our college has always remained on the forefront of quality education with the strong purpose of equipping our students for the struggle of life. Not only this, but we aim at enabling our students to stand on one's own legs, as pointed out by the great philosopher and saint Swami Vivekananda. With this, I conclude my speech and welcome you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. I would request Dr. S.G. Konda, sir, Coordinator, Impact Lecture Series and Institutions and Innovation Council, for the introductory speech. Over to you, Dr. Konda, sir.
Thank you, madam. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Very good morning and warm welcome to this Impact Lecture Series organized by Institutions Innovation Cell of K.J. Somaiya College, Kopargaon, in association with Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, Government of India. It's my pleasure to share with all of you that in the academic year 2020 and 2021, our college was established the Institution Innovation Cell under the supervision of our academic leader, Principal Dr. B.S. Yadav sir, with the guidelines of Ministry of Education, Government of India. With this object, we are continuously working to inculcate the research ideas and the research culture in the young students' mind as well as faculty also. In this effort, I am very happy to share that this year the Ministry of Education Institution Council has listed our college name out of 150 institutions from the Maharashtra, that is Western region, to organize the Impact Lecture Series. So today we have 2 eminent personalities as a resource person. One is Mr. Parimal Modi sir, CEO, founder of Test Nation Metamorphosis from Nashik. He will talk on the basic entrepreneurship and the startup ideas related to the startup ideas. Another resource person is very much popular in the field of chemistry, that is Professor Dr. Vidya Avsara Madam. She is from SP College, Pune, Professor and Head, Department of Chemistry, SP College, Pune. She will discuss on basic innovations, that is how we can innovate the ideas from the basic sciences. So I hope with these 2 fruitful interactions, the students as well as faculties will definitely benefit. So with this, I am thankful to Honorable Ashokandar Rohmare, Chairman of the Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, Honorable S.D. Kulkarni sir, Secretary, Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, Honorable Sandeep Dada, Trustee of Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, also our Principal Academic Leader, Dr. B.S. Yadav sir, and IQAC Coordinator, V.C. Thange sir, Dr. V.C. Thange sir, for their strong support to organize such a Impact Lecture Series to inculcate the research ideas and research plans in the young students. Once again, I welcome all the students and the delegates and the participants for this Impact Lecture Series Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to Varsha Madam.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Professor Dr. S.R. Pagare, Head Startup and Innovation Cell, to introduce our first resource person. Over to Dr. Pagare, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Parimal Modi for this Impact series. Mr. Modi is an arts graduate and has been awarded certifications from Stanford University and IIM Calcutta. Mr. Parimal Modi is the founder mentor of Metamorphosis Training Consultant, which is engaged in creating unique customized training modules for various organizations. He was also CEO and the founder of Lab Gateway Business Incubation and Research Laboratory, Chief Business Officer of Health Smart, Regional Director of Apart Education Private Limited, Regional Manager of Cryobanks International India Private Limited, Senior Manager for Training in Cisco Industries Limited, and he is a Personality Development Trainer in AHA Pune. I once again, on behalf of KJ Somaiya College and Startup and Innovation Cell in KJ Somaiya College, welcome Mr. Parimal Modi for this lecture. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Honorable Mr. Parimal Modi, sir, CEO and founder Destination Nashik, to kindly guide all of us.
Thank you so much. Very good morning to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Great. It's a pleasure and honor to be, within such a educated and highly esteemed fraternity. I can see there are a lot of doctors in this panel. Dr. Santosh Pagare sir, Dr. Vijay Thange sir, Dr. Konda. My very good friend Shailendra Bansode sir, I'm seeing him after so many years. How are you, sir? Great.
I'm very fine.
Great. Okay, fine. Now, we have limited time frame to complete this session. Entrepreneurship, cannot be taught in one session. I mean, it's a very deep topic which takes lifetime, for people to understand entrepreneurship. And teaching entrepreneurship in a span of 60 minutes or maybe 90 minutes is not possible. All we can do is, we can just understand it in a nutshell. We will try and do so in this next, 60 to 90 minutes. सर्वांच्या सोयीसाठी मी हिंदी मराठी इंग्लिश या तिन्ही भाषांचा वापर करेल so that students who are from rural background will be able to understand. I request Dr. Konda sir to please grant me access to the system so that I can present my presentation and my stuff.
Sir, please share your screen.
Okay. Since I'm a little new to Google, I use Zoom very often. If you can just help me with, where do I find screen sharing options?
So there are an option for the present now.
Sir, besides CC, there is one arrow, upward arrow.
Upside arrow. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can see my entire window. I can share.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, before I start my session, I would like to extend my thanks to the management of KJ Somaiya College, principal sir, all the managing faculties and the panel members who are taking efforts to make this event successful. Although government keeps prescribing so many things to be done, it is actually the core teams of the colleges that are taking efforts to make it successful. So thank you all of you before I start my session, because at the end of the session we may not get this opportunity to again say a thank to all of you. Now while I have this access to session, let me just figure out how I start my presentation. Give me a moment. Okay, is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, to make it interactive, do we have students from Marathi, English, Hindi background?
Yes, sir. No problem. You can
Okay, great.
any language.
ग्रेट.
English, Marathi.
आपण मराठीचाही वापर करायचा प्रयत्न करूया,
चालेल.
इंग्लिशचाही वापर करू आणि हिंदीचाही वापर करूया. ओके. नाव to set the context right for this session, I would like to ask some questions, basic questions. I'm sure students would love to, answer them. काही विद्यार्थ्यांनी याचं उत्तर द्यावं अशी माझी अपेक्षा आहे. ग्रामीण भागातले विद्यार्थी थोडेसे रिझर्व्ड असतात. मी सुद्धा तुमच्यासारख्याच ग्रामीण भागातून आलेलो आहे. Some of the faculties sitting in your team know me very well. So it's not that I come from a very flamboyant background from an urban setup. I also come from a smaller town. I did my education in very much in Gurgaon.
Hello.
So my question is for the students, okay?
Sir, तुमचं screen entire screen share करा ना. Sir,
Okay, 1 minute.
तुमचं screen entire screen मध्ये.
Where do I find that option?
Share entire screen.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Great. Thank you so much. I am handicapped with Google when it comes to presentation. I can use Zoom very well. So thank you. So students, those who are there, can answer this question. Try to answer. प्रयत्न करा उत्तर देण्याचा. आपण फार सुंदर सुरुवात करणार आहोत. एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर म्हटलं तर कुठलं हिंदी चित्रपटातलं गाणं तुम्हाला तुमच्या कानावर पडेल? बिझनेस म्हटलं तर कुठलं गाणं तुमच्या कानावर पडेल? तुमच्या चॉईसचं गाणं तुम्ही मला सांगू शकता. स्टुडंट्स नीड टू आन्सर दिस. टीचर्स कॅन ऑल्सो बी अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. कुठलं गाणं आहे जे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप म्हटलं, बिझनेस म्हटलं, व्यवसाय म्हटलं की तुम्हाला असं रिंग करतं तुमच्या कानामध्ये? Students, would you like to answer this question? Faculties can also answer for that matter. We are here for an interactive session. आपण गप्पा मारण्याचा प्रयत्न करत आहोत.
Yes, sir. Song is पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा.
क्या बात है. पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, बेटा हमारा कुछ ऐसा काम करेगा. यस यस यस, ग्रेट ग्रेट. और कुछ लोगों के पापा और क्या क्या कहते हैं बता सकते हैं आप मुझे? So what I'm going to do is I will play my favorite song. It's a very small clip, but it gives me a challenge every day when I am down. Business is not a linear line. It is always a graph that goes up and then goes down and then goes up and then goes down. Not all days are same. जिस दिन मेरी दुकान में कस्टमर नहीं आते, मैं दुकान बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज एक बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में कहा जाए तो सारी बिजनेसेस दुकान है. सो जिस दिन मेरी दुकान में कस्टमर नहीं आता है तो दैट इज द डे व्हेन आई एम डाउन. एंड जिस दिन बहुत अच्छी शुरुआत होती है दैट इज द डे व्हेन आई एम अप. तो कुछ ऐसे इंटरनल मोटिवेशन की बहुत जरूरत पड़ती है और इसीलिए ये मेरा फेवरेट सॉन्ग मैं प्ले कर रहा हूँ. आपका सबका अपना अपना अलग अलग हो सकता है. सो आई जस्ट ट्राई एंड प्ले दिस सॉन्ग. इज इट विजिबल स्क्रीन?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Visible.
Okay.
It's not audible. It's only visible, sir.
Oh, so how do I make it audible then? Okay. How do I make it audible? Is there a way to make it audible?
Play the screen.
Sound settings, anybody can help me with sound settings?
Speaker. Yes.
Is it should be the one?
Please, plates, sir, plates.
Is it audible?
Wait, sir.
Is it audible?
हा ते ना डॉक्टर थर्ड सेमिस्टरचेच होते फक्त थर्ड सेमिस्टरसाठी आता फोर्थ सेमिस्टर सुरू नाही यांचं हा तर याच्यात कोणी ऍपेअर झालेलं नाही त्याच्यासाठी सपोज ज्यांचा
Just turn off my Bluetooth. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Now it's audible.
असं झालं की कुणी
येतोय आवाज?
नवीन आपण फोर्थ
हो येतोय sir.
Great, great. Okay. So let me just play it. It's a very small clip, but it's very motivating to me. That's what I would like to.
त्यावेळेस ते आम्हाला कळवा की आमच्या इथे टीचर
It's audible.
तकदीर बना ले अपने पे भरोसा है तू ये दाव लगा ले दाव लगा ले तकदीर से बिगड़ी हुई तकदीर बना ले अपने पे भरोसा है तू ये दाव लगा ले दाव लगा ले
Well, I would not be playing the entire song. If you'd like to hear this song, you can all go ahead and find it out on YouTube and do it. What I'm going to do next is I will also be sharing my own YouTube channel, which I often, express my thoughts through. So इथे मी माझ्या चॅटमध्ये इथे तुमच्यासाठी एक लिंक शेअर करते स्टुडंटसाठी. I request all the faculties and specifically Konda sir to share it with students through WhatsApp groups so that they would like to, hear more from me through these channels. माझी LinkedInची एक प्रोफाईल आहे ती पण मी शेअर करत आहे so that students get to know more about me, and if they would like to interact with me for their ideas validation, we are more than happy to help students. We have our own incubation platform in Nasik where we support a lot of startups, right from idea validation to funding pariyanta आम्ही support करतो. So if the startup has got something really interesting, we can definitely work. So I'm sharing these links with you all so that you all can go ahead and interact with me on these platforms. So request all the faculties to share it with the students. I am very much present on social media through various channels. I am available for discussion. I am open to meet and greet students. So here's my LinkedIn profile, my YouTube profile, and one last what I'm going to share is, I'm also sharing my Facebook profile so that students can find me there as well. Am I audible to you all, faculties?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Great. Now what we will do is, without wasting further time, we start with this presentation. So we have odd 60 to 80 minutes to complete this, and let's not delay further. So this is what a ride as an entrepreneur is going to be. Now, when we say entrepreneur, आपण just entrepreneur म्हणतो, there are various aspects of entrepreneur. Now let us understand. Can we say a doctor who is doing his daily practice is an entrepreneur? Is he an entrepreneur? A chartered accountant who is into an independent practice, can we call him an entrepreneur? Will it be right to call an advocate an entrepreneur? we need to understand this difference की एंटरप्रेन्योर आणि इंडिपेंडंट प्रोफेशनल्स मध्ये थोडासा फरक असतो. एंटरप्रेन्योर इज द वन हू वर्क्स ऑन लाईफ चेंजिंग आयडियाज and creates opportunities for others, job generations, a lot of revenue generation he creates, and he adds value to people's lives by creating a lot of opportunities, and that's how the entrepreneur is. Okay, now let's say माझी चहाची दुकान आहे. I start a chai ka shop somewhere in Kopargaon or in Nasik or in Yeola or any town nearby. एक सिंगल छोटी टपरी मी सुरू करतो चहाची. Am I an entrepreneur? Can we say I'm an entrepreneur? माझी एक चहाची दुकान सुरू केली, मी ग्रॅज्युएट झालो आणि मला वाटलं की नाही मला नोकरी करायची नाहीये. लेट मी जस्ट स्टार्ट विथ अ चाय का शॉप वेअर आय एम ऑफरिंग स्नॅक्स अँड टी. रोड साईडला कुठेतरी सुरू केली. अशा खूप सारे आपल्याला चहाच्या टपऱ्या बघायला मिळतात. सिंगल इंडिव्हिज्युअल आय कॉल देम स्टँड अलोन स्टोर्स. Are they entrepreneurs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are entrepreneurs, right? But in real life, in real terms, they become entrepreneurs when that one chai ka shop becomes Yeule Amrut Tulya. Okay? Now what is the difference between Yeule Amrut Tulya and a standalone store? I'm sure there is some difference. Yeule Amrut Tulyaचं नाव ऐकलं सर्वांनी, विद्यार्थ्यांनी ऐकलं असावं.
Yes, sir.
One of our favorite, stops in most places. साईबा अमृततुल्य, येवले अमृततुल्य असे खूप सारे आता तयार झालेले आहेत. ओके, सो व्हॉट इज द बेसिक डिफरन्स बिटवीन दीज येवले अमृततुल्य अँड अ रेग्युलर स्टँड अलोन चाय का शॉप? आय एम शुअर देर इज सम डिफरन्स.
Yeah.
So what is the difference approximately? I mean, we can be right, wrong, it's fine. I mean, आपल्याकडे परफेक्ट उत्तर नसतं आणि नसावं. Imperfection is the only way to, become perfect. Quality, yes, right? Okay. Quality, consistent quality, great. Okay.
Goodwill, fame of the shop.
Pardon me, sir. Can you once again say that? कोणीतरी आता परत काहीतरी उत्तर दिलं होतं. If you can just repeat that answer.
Amrutulya and Saiba is a professional shop.
Right. Okay. It's a professional shop. आपल्याला हे समजलं पाहिजे की जे स्टँड अलोन चहाच्या दुकानं असतात आपल्या गावाकडे असतात किंवा इव्हन मोठ्या शहरामध्ये असतात त्यांच्यात आणि या येवले अमृततुल्य किंवा साहेबांमध्ये मेजर डिफरन्स आहे सिस्टम्स. ओके, somebody within that येवले अमृततुल्य understood that there is a requirement to create systems आणि त्या सिस्टम्सने ग्रो करता येतं. वन्स यू क्रिएट सिस्टम्स यू कॅन ग्रो. तर रेग्युलर चहाचे दुकान चालवता कोणीतरी येवले अमृततुल्यच्या फाउंडिंग टीम पैकी सिस्टम्स डिझाईन करायला सुरुवात केली आणि त्या सिस्टम्सचं रेप्लिकेशन सुरू झालं आणि त्याच्यातून मल्टिपल फ्रँचायझी मॉडेल तयार झालं. सो मॅकडॉनल्ड्स इज अ फ्रँचायझी मॉडेल. मॅकडॉनल्डचं नाव ऐकलं असेल, पिझ्झा हटचं नाव ऐकलं असेल, डॉमिनोजचं नाव ऐकलं असेल. ओके, सो दीज आर franchisee models. They came from US in India and they actually showed us how franchisee models work. And today आपल्या स्वतःच्या मातीतले आपले देशी फ्रँचायझीज आर येवले अमृततुल्य, साईबा अमृततुल्य फ्रँचायझी मॉडेल आहे. ओके, सो today you have 600 येवले अमृततुल्यज across Maharashtra. Now it's not a small number. 600 युनिट्स, 600 आउटलेट्स चालवायचं छोटं काम नाहीये आणि त्यासाठी सिस्टम्सची गरज होती. ओके, आणि काही डिसिप्लिनची गरज होती, काही क्वालिटी पॅरामीटर्स डिफाईन करणे होतं. तुम्ही येवले अमृततुल्यचा चहा कोपरगावात घ्या, शिर्डीला घ्या, पुण्याला घ्या, मुंबईत घ्या, कुठेही तुम्ही चहाचा स्वाद घ्या, तुम्हाला सेम टेस्ट मिळणार, सेम क्वांटिटी मिळणार, सेम कप मिळणार, सेम टाईप ऑफ आउटलेटची डिझाईन मिळणार. तिथे तो बाहेर उभा असलेला माणूस पण सेम असणार, राईट? तिथे सर्विंग पॅटर्न सेम असणार. प्रीपेड पैसे भरावे लागतात, आधी 10 रुपये भरावे लागतात, टोकन मिळते, टोकन घेतल्यावर तुम्हाला ती चहा मिळते. आता त्याच्याबरोबर त्यांनी नवीन प्रोडक्ट्स पण लॉन्च केले आहेत. सो यू गेट लॉट ऑफ बेकरी आयटम्स देअर, बट यू विल फाइंड सिमिलॅरिटी ऑफ सर्व्हिसेस अक्रॉस ऑल द आउटलेट्स अँड दॅट हॅपन्स वेन द सिस्टम इज देअर. ओके, सो एक रेग्युलर चहाची दुकान चालवणे आणि येवले अमृततुल्य चालवणे हा डिफरन्स आहे एक बेसिक शॉपकीपर आणि एंटरप्रेन्योर मध्ये. ओके, so today Yeole is entrepreneur because it is generating employment for thousands of people. ओके. त्यांच्या मागे असणारे रॉ मटेरियल सप्लायर्स, त्यांच्या मागे असणारे त्यांचे ते गॅस सप्लायर्स, त्यांच्या मागे असणारे ते सिस्टीम डिझायनर्स, त्यांच्या प्रत्येक आउटलेटसाठी लागणारी सिस्टीम, ती डिझाईनची टीम, त्यांचे मॅनेजर्स, त्याच्या मागे असणारे एम्प्लॉईज, त्यांच्या फॅमिलीज. इमॅजिन किती मोठी एम्प्लॉयमेंट त्यांनी जनरेट केली त्या 600-500 आउटलेट्सच्या माध्यमातून. ओके. अँड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंटली येवले अमृततुल्य इन्स्पायर्ड many young boys and girls to start their own outlets. येवले अमृततुल्यसारखा शेतकरी चहा झालेला आहे. आमच्याकडे नाशिकमध्ये तुम्हाला कॉलेज रोडला शेतकरी चहा पाहायला मिळेल. सिमिलर आहे कॉन्सेप्ट, ऑलमोस्ट लाईक येवले एंटरप्रेन्योर, पण कोणीतरी एका शेतकऱ्याच्या मुलाने सुरू केलेला शेतकरी चहा. छान गर्दी होते तिथे संध्याकाळी. ही इज एबल टू सेल नथिंग लेस दॅन 500 to 800 cups of tea a day. 500 ते 800 कप चहा एका दिवसात तो विकतोय. इमॅजिन करा, 10 रुपयाने तुम्ही मल्टिप्लाय करा 500 कपचा त्याचा रेव्हेन्यू किती झाला एका दिवसाचा. त्याच्यामध्ये जरी आपण 50 to 60% प्रॉफिट मार्जिन पकडला तरी इज एबल टू अर्न अ डिसेंट अमाउंट ऑफ 2000 to 3000 rupees per day in that one outlet itself. The moment he will start multiplying his outlets, he will multiply his profits. Okay, so that is the basic of franchisee model. So entrepreneurship ऐकायला खूप अट्रॅक्टिव्ह शब्द वाटतो, खूप सुंदर वाटतं, सर्वांना वाटतं की येस आय हॅव टू बिकम एंटरप्रेन्योर, मी स्वतः बघणार. बट इट इज नॉट अन इझी केक वॉक. ओके, देर आर अप्स अँड डाऊन्स, देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स यू कॅन सी इन दिस फर्स्ट स्लाइड इट सेल्फ. ओके, समटाइम्स इट वर्क, समटाइम्स इट डझंट वर्क, बट देन दॅट्स हाऊ यू ग्रो. ओके, नाव शेअर मार्केटमध्ये ट्रेडिंग करणारा एक इंडिपेंडंट व्यक्ती, कॅन बी कॉल हिम एन एंटरप्रेन्योर? शेअर मार्केटमध्ये इंडिपेंडंट ट्रेडिंग करतोय. ओके, रोज सकाळी तो उठतो, इंट्राडे मध्ये तो ओपन करतो, 9:15 वाजता मार्केट ओपन होतं, 9:15 वाजता तो त्याच्या सिस्टीम समोर बसतो, त्याच्याकडे 2-5 चांगल्या स्क्रीन्स असतात, त्याच्यावर तो त्याचे पैसे लावायला सुरुवात करतो बघून. इंट्राडे मध्ये मार्जिन घेतो, 2 रुपये, 4 रुपये, 10 रुपयाने शेअरचा रेट वाढला की संध्याकाळी विकून टाकतो. काही लोक लॉंग टर्म साठी पण त्याच्यामध्ये करतात. नाव इझी अन एंटरप्रेन्योर? Can we say he's an entrepreneur? I don't know if we can call him entrepreneur. I would not call him an entrepreneur because he is not generating much value to the social ecosystem. He may be independent. स्वतः छान पैसे कमवतोय, त्याच्या पायावर आहे तो. He may be also a working professional. I can see a lot of people from technology background these days working in share market also. Parallelly they also invest some money and make additional decent amount. So it's great. I am not against it. People who want to be a part of that ecosystem should go ahead, learn and become an entrepreneur. Okay, in long run only you can become Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett होण्यासाठी 70 ते 60 ते 70 वर्ष लागून गेले वॉरन बफे व्हायला. वयाच्या 16व्या वर्षी त्यांनी त्यांच्या एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर्नीची सुरुवात केली होती. अशाच प्रकारे महाराष्ट्रामध्ये सुद्धा 400 वर्षापूर्वी 16व्या वर्षी कोणीतरी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिपची सुरुवात केली होती. आय कॉल हिम आद्य प्रवर्तक ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ओके, त्यांना आज सेलिब्रेट केलं जातं, त्यांची जयंती केली जाते, त्यांच्याकडे वीरत्व म्हणून बघितलं जातं. ओके, बट टू मी ही इज द आद्य प्रवर्तक ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बिकॉज ही sowed the seeds of entrepreneurship in the minds of young boys rather young families of those days, and that seed was creating an independent nationhood or independent statehood for his own nation, his own state. ओके, हिंदवी स्वराज्य म्हणून ज्यांनी एक वेगळा विचार लोकांसमोर 16व्या वर्षी मांडला आणि त्यानुसार त्यांनी त्यांची टीम बिल्डिंग सुरू केली. ऍज अ एंटरप्रेन्योर ज्या काही गरजेच्या गोष्टी असतात त्या करणं एका फाउंडरला गरजेचं असतं. अँड देअरफॉर माय आयकॉन ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज. आय ऑलवेज लुक ॲट हिम ॲज अन इन्स्पिरेशनल फाउंडर हू वॉन्टेड टू क्रिएट अन इंडिपेंडंट एंटिटी. Okay, which gave a lot of honor, freedom to Indians in an era where we were ruled by a lot of त्यांना आपण आक्रांत्य म्हणूया आणि त्यांच्याद्वारे आपण आपल्यावर राज्य केलं जात होतं. तर हिंदवी स्वराज्य का नसावं? भारतीय लोकांसाठी भारतीय लोकांनी गवन केलेलं एक स्वराज्य का नसावं, आणि त्याच्यातून हिंदवी स्वराज्याची निर्माण झालं. आणि एक छोटस सीड त्यांनी टाकलं होतं, आणि 400-300 वर्षानंतर आपण कुठपर्यंत पोहोचलो, त्याचा विस्तार किती मोठा होता हे आपण बघू शकतो. बट यू हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड, इट टूक 200 years for Maratha Samrajya to grow that vast. Patiently people had to wait. A lot of people had to give sacrifice. Okay, महाराजांच्या पुढच्या जनरेशन्सला खूप सॅक्रिफाईस द्यावं लागलं. So therefore entrepreneurship, as I said, is not going to be an easy journey. Okay, बऱ्याच वेळेस गड आला पण सिंह गेला, अशाही प्रकारच्या तुम्हाला सिस्टम्स बघायला मिळतील, अशाही प्रकारचे आउटकम्स तुम्हाला बघायला मिळतील. बट एक फाउंडर म्हणून तुम्ही जर तुमच्या ह्या जर्नीमध्ये उतरण्याचा निर्णय घेणार असाल, you will have to be prepared for the first slide that I showed. This is what a simple day in your life is going to be. Okay, perhaps Maharaj never went through this training, but his mind was prepared by whatever, whoever, all his teachers, his mom, his mother, everybody who was there, who taught him की एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप मध्ये तुम्हाला काय काय लागणार आहे. एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप हा शब्दही त्यांना त्यावेळेस माहिती नसावा, काहीतरी वेगळे शब्द असतील, पण त्यांना ती जर्नी कळलेली होती आणि त्या जर्नीमधून चालण्यासाठी ती खडतर वाट त्यांना शोधायची होती. नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट कस्टमर सेंट्रिक स्टार्टअप्स. ओके, स्टार्टअप हा शब्द आपल्याला 2014 नंतर फार रेग्युलरली ऐकायला मिळाला. सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटने खूप साऱ्या त्याच्यामध्ये स्कीम्स आणल्या, बहुत सारी उसमें सिस्टम्स क्रिएट किए गए. स्टार्टअप इंडिया नाम की एक स्कीम लाई गई जिसके थ्रू लॉट ऑफ पीपल वेर एनकरेज्ड to get into the startup journey. A lot of young boys and girls got into it. A lot of experienced people got into it. Somebody like me who got into startups was quite late. After the age of almost 35, I understood the value of having my own setup, and therefore I got into this journey of startups. रितेश अग्रवाल नाम के एक यंग बंदे ने इंजीनियरिंग खत्म होते होते स्टार्टअप में जंप कर दी थी. सो एव्हरीबडी हॅज देअर ओन डिफरंट स्टार्टिंग लाईन. स्टार्टिंग लाईन सर्वांची सेम नसते आणि नसावी, प्रत्येकाला वेगळी स्टार्टिंग लाईन मिळते. ज्या दिवशी तुम्ही इन्स्पायर व्हा, तुमच्याकडे एखादी आयडिया असेल आणि तुम्हाला वाटेल या आयडियामधून काहीतरी सॉल्व्ह करता येईल, दॅट इज द डे यू कॅन स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन युअर स्टार्टअप. सो कस्टमर सेंट्रिक स्टार्टअप्स असावे. मी फार प्रकर्षाने हे बिलीव्ह करतो की यू शुड रिड्यूस, यू शुड मिनिमाइज, you should take as less as funding possible in the initial stage of your startup. शक्य होईल तर फंडिंग आपली स्वतःची असावी, आपल्या फॅमिली मधून कोणीतरी सपोर्ट केलेला असेल तर फार उत्तम, मित्रांपैकी कोणी सपोर्ट केलेला असेल तर फार उत्तम. पण सुरुवातीच्या स्टेजमध्ये फंडिंग ही फार बाहेरून घेतलेली नसावी. त्याचं कारण असं आहे की you end up giving a major stake of your startup to people outside the systems. Okay, and when the startups become successful, you realize that you are holding very small minuscule quantity of shares in your own startup, and someday you can be kicked out of your own startup also. अशा घटना घडलेल्या आहेत, मला माहिती आहे. ओके, सो त्याला मी कस्टमर सेंट्रिक स्टार्टअप म्हणतो. कस्टमर सेंट्रिक स्टार्टअपचा सिंपल अर्थ असा असतो की यू विल हॅव टू स्टार्ट फाइंडिंग टेकर्स फॉर युअर आयडियाज. तुमच्या आयडियासाठी कोण टेकर्स आहेत, तुम्ही तुमची आयडिया वर्कआउट करायच्या आधी कोण या माझ्या प्रोडक्ट्सला विकत घेऊ शकतं, माझ्या आयडियाला विकत घेऊ शकतं, माझ्या सर्व्हिसला विकत घेऊ शकतं, याचा शोध तुम्हाला घ्यायला लागेल. एक आयडिया चांगली वाटली म्हणून ते सक्सेसफुल होईल हे गरजेचं नाहीये. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी. प्लीज अंडरस्टँड, स्टार्टअप आयडियाज आर लाईक आवर ओन बेबीज. आपल्या स्वतःच्या मुलांसारखे असतात. नाव प्रोफेसर्स, टीचर्स हू आर मॅरिड अँड हॅव किड्स, दे विल व्हेरी वेल अंडरस्टँड. स्टुडंट्स मे नॉट अंडरस्टँड, बट आपल्याला आपल्या मुलांवर खूप प्रेम असतं आणि आपल्याला प्रत्येक वेळी वाटतं की नाही, माझा मुलगा आहे, सो ही मे नॉट गो रॉंग. अँड दॅट्स हाऊ इट वर्क्स विथ द स्टार्टअप्स ऑल्सो. माझं स्टार्टअप आहे, माझी आयडिया आहे, ती चुकीची कशी असू शकते. ओके, we become a little too egoistic with our ideas and we believe that our ideas may not fail. But the fact of the matter is there is 99% of the chances that your ideas may fail if you have not got it validated from the right people. Now how to validate idea is a different topic. त्याच्यासाठी कधीतरी एक वेगळं सेशन आपण अरेंज करूया. I will request your management and principal and professor sirs to find some other time. I would request to have this kind of sessions in physical mode. So sometime when I am down to Shirdi or Koperga, I would love to interact with students in a real physical mode, how to validate ideas work. There are scientific methods on how to validate ideas, and I learned those methods through a lot of certification programs. You will be able to find those certifications in my LinkedIn profile. And continuous learning has been my journey. That's how I stand here presenting my thoughts. So प्रॉब्लेम दिसल्यावर त्याच्यावर सोल्युशन शोधायचा जर प्रयत्न सुरू केला तर आयडियाचा जन्म होतो. लहानपणी आपण हुशार कावळ्याची गोष्ट ऐकलेली की त्याला तहान लागते आणि मग तो सगळीकडे उडत जातो. आपल्याला किती लहानपणी आपल्या पालकांनी आपल्या गुरुजनांनी आपल्याला स्टार्टअपची आयडिया दिलेल्या आहेत किंवा आपल्याला आयडिया लावून काम करायला शिकवलं गेलं. बट समहाउ इन द लॉंग रन ऑफ आवर एज्युकेशनल लाईफ वी हॅव फॉरगॉटन दोज innovative methods, those jugaad methods. Okay, and we have got into a journey which is more of process centric journey and not product centric journey. आपण process centric होत गेलेलो. So we need to understand त्या हुशार कावळ्याकडून आपल्याला शिकायला मिळतं की कसं त्याने त्याची तहान भागवली, काय शोध लावला त्याने, कसं त्याला लक्षात आलं की पाण्यात दगड टाकल्यावर पाणी वर येऊ शकतं, ते खडे टाकल्यावर आणि मग पिऊ शकतो. I told this same story to my son who is in now 10th standard. This was 5 years back when he was in 5th standard. I told him the same story आणि मी त्याला विचारलं की बाबा आता हा कावळा माझ्या काळातला होता. when I was quite young, when I was 2 years, 3 years old, 5 years old, that was in 1980s. त्यावेळेस मला ही गोष्ट सांगण्यात आलेली ना, माझ्या वेळेचा कावळ्याने स्टोन्स टाकले, पाणी वर आलं, पिला. आता तू सांग, ही स्टोरी जर तू सांगणार असेल तर तुझ्या कावळ्यामध्ये काय इनोव्हेशन असणार, काय तुझा कावळा करणार वेगळं. कॅन समवन आन्सर व्हॉट इज करंट क्रो विल डू? ते पाणी पिण्यासाठी काय वापर करू शकतो तो कावळा?
He will use the straw.
Absolutely great. Somebody answered. May I know who answered? Your name, please.
Sir, myself Sheetal Gotekar.
Great. Sheetalji, thank you so much. कावळा स्ट्रॉ वापरणार आणि तो स्ट्रॉचा वापर करून पाणी पिणार. ओके. Maybe another 5 years, 10 years down the line, what will the crow do? काय करू शकतोय तो कावळा अजून 10 वर्षानंतर? पुढच्या जनरेशनचा कावळा काय करेल अजून? You never know. Crows will keep becoming smarter. With evolution, every species tends to become smarter. Human being is one of the species जो स्मार्ट होत जातो आणि कावळा पण तसा स्मार्ट होत जातो. So customer funded business strategies where I want my money to be generated by customer buying my products and services and not going to actual investors in getting money. Okay, getting money from investors is not really difficult. तुम्ही शार्क टँक बघितलाय सर्वांनी कदाचित. जुगाडू कमलेश आठवतो का?
बघितलाय सर.
बघितलाय. ग्रेट. जुगाडू कमलेशने काय आणलं होतं? जुगाडू कमलेशचे नाव ऐकले? युट्यूबवर तुम्ही जुगाडू कमलेश टाका, तुम्हाला ते बघायला मिळेल. त्याच्यावर खूप सारे व्ह्यूज आहेत, खूप अप्रिसिएशन मिळालं आणि तुमच्या सारख्याच मालेगाव जवळच्या खेड्यातला मुलगा होता. शेतीमध्ये फवारणीसाठी वापरली जाणारी एक सुंदर सायकल त्याने बनवली होती. ओके. आणि ती सायकल त्याला कमर्शियलाइज करायची होती. आणि कशा पायी बनवली ती सायकल, का बनवली ती सायकल त्याने? त्याच्या घरामध्ये त्याच्या वडिलांना होणारा त्रास त्याने बघितला की फवारणी करताना 25, 26, 30 लिटरचा तो फवारणीचा टँक पाठीवर ठेवून तो 2 एकर, 3 एकर, 4 एकरचं ते शेत कव्हर करायचं, फवारणी करायची. इट इज नॉट इझी टास्क. लॉंग रन मध्ये या शेतकऱ्यांना पाठीचे आजार तयार व्हायला लागतात बिकॉज ऑफ कन्सिस्टंट यूज ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ 20-30 लिटर्स ऑफ टँक ऑन देअर बॅक. आणि हे सगळं करत असताना एफिशियंटली तो थ्रो पडत नाही, कारण कुठेतरी ह्युमन लिमिटेशन्स येतात. ओके. कुठेतरी माणूस थकतो, कुठेतरी माणसाला दम लागतो, कधी कधी पाऊस असू शकतो, कधी कधी ऊन खूप असू शकतं. ओके. या सगळ्या गोष्टींवर कोणीतरी इलाज शोधणं गरजेचं होतं. आणि कमलेश नावाच्या या शेतकरी कुटुंबातल्या मुलाला ते कुठेतरी जाणवलं की येस, दिस इज द पेन दॅट माय फादर इज फेसिंग अँड दिस कुड बी द पेन ऑफ मेनी सच फार्मर्स. माझ्या वडिलांसारखे खूप सारे फार्मर्स असतील ज्यांचा हा प्रॉब्लेम असू शकतो. आणि म्हणून त्याने त्याच्यावर वर्क करायला सुरुवात केली आणि हा जुगाड अगदी घरातल्या मटेरियल पासून त्याने बनवला. घरातली जुनी सायकल, घरातलं जुनं ट्रॅक्टर, त्याचं जुनी मोटर, त्या ट्रॅक्टरला, त्या सायकलला ते असेंबल केलं, त्याच्यावर त्याने ते टँक बसवलं आणि ही डिड इट ब्युटिफुली. तुम्ही तो एपिसोड आजही बघितला युट्यूबवर जाऊन तर तुम्हाला नक्की आश्चर्य वाटेल की इतकी सोपी आयडिया मला का नाही जमली. वाय आय कुडंट थिंक ऑफ इट. The simple difference between Kamlesh and we all is empathy. Kamlesh felt the pain for his father's problem. त्याच्या वडिलांच्या प्रॉब्लेमचा पेन त्याला जाणवला. ती जाणीव जोपर्यंत आपल्याला आपल्या सामाजिक परिस्थितीबद्दल होत नाही आणि त्याच्यावर काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेम आपण सोल्युशन काढायचा विचार करत नाही तोपर्यंत आयडियाज जनरेट होत नाही. सो टू जनरेट आयडियाज यू डोंट हॅव टू बी a scientist from Stanford University or MIT or from IIT. All you have to do is look around. तुम्ही आजूबाजूला बघितलं तर स्कोर्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम संपलेले नाहीये. शेतकरी आजही त्रासात आहे. ग्रामीण भागामध्ये पिण्याच्या पाण्याचे प्रॉब्लेम आहेत. देर आर मल्टिपल प्रॉब्लेम्स दॅट यू विल सी अराउंड अँड सोल्युशन्स कॅन बी डिझाइन्ड बाय पीपल लिव्हिंग इन दॅट प्रॉब्लेम्स ओनली. मी बाहेरून येऊन ते बघितल्यानंतर मी फक्त मोटिवेट करू शकतोय की बाबा काहीतरी शोधा याच्यावर. आपण त्याच्यावर इटिरेशन ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग राऊंड घेऊया, आपण बसू, आपण कागद घेऊ, त्याच्यावर काहीतरी लिहू. पण प्रॉब्लेम तुम्ही फेस करत असताना तुम्हाला त्याचं सोल्युशन शोधावं लागेल. 15-15 किलोमीटर चालून ज्यावेळेस ग्रामीण भागातल्या स्त्रिया डोक्यावर पाण्याचे हंडे घेऊन येतात, व्हॉट कॅन बी द सोल्युशन टू मेक देअर लाईफ इझी? I cannot come and create a solution there because to be very honest that pain is still not felt by me. मला ते दिसतंय, टीव्हीवर दिसतंय, मला ते बातम्यांमध्ये वाचायला मिळतंय, पण मी त्या प्रॉब्लेम इकोसिस्टमचा अजून पार्ट नाहीये. माझ्याकडे पुण्याच्या, नाशिकच्या, मुंबईच्या, औरंगाबादच्या मोठ्या मोठ्या शहरांच्या फ्लॅटमध्ये ओव्हरहेड टँकमध्ये मोटरने पाणी चढवलं जातं, कॉर्पोरेशन पाणी पाठवतं, पाणी छानपैकी आमच्या घरात येतं. कित्येक वेळा त्या इझिली मिळणाऱ्या फॅसिलिटीचा गैरफायदा उचलला जातो. बट वी आर नॉट एबल टू व्हिज्युअलाइज दॅट प्रॉब्लेम बिकॉज वी आर नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ दॅट प्रॉब्लेम. समबडी फ्रॉम दॅट पार्ट हॅज टू सॉल्व्ह इट. आणि म्हणून तुम्हाला जुगाड तिथेच करावा लागतो. नाव कमिंग बॅक टू वेअर वी स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम, कमलेशच्या स्टार्टअपवर. कमलेश came to Shark Tank. Shark Tank was a program where funding was given to a lot of businesses. आणि तिथे पिच डेक केलं गेलं. पिच डेक म्हणजे तुमचं स्टार्टअप तुम्ही प्रेझेंट करायचं आणि तिथे फंडिंग करायला बसलेले फंडिंग हाऊसेस होते. ते स्टार्टअप मध्ये पैसे लावतात आणि त्याच्यामध्ये तुमच्या स्टार्टअप मध्ये काहीतरी शेअर्स घेतात, स्टेक्स घेतात आणि तुम्हाला ते ग्रो करायलाही मदत करतात. ओके, बट इझियर वे आउट इज टू फाइंड आउट टेकर्स फॉर युअर ओन बिझनेस. कमलेशने कदाचित थोडं सेल्स स्किल्सवर काम केलं असतं तर ही वुड बी एबल टू सेल hundreds of those machines, at least 100, I won't say thousands, to 100 farmers around him by taking some advance amount from them and giving them that product. Okay, आणि त्या अनुषंगाने कमलेशला बाहेरून फंडिंग घेण्याची कदाचित गरज पडली नसती आणि he could have also gone to banks rather than private lenders, private VCs. Okay, banks won't be banks are not predators in your startups. They don't want to eat away your startup. But private venture capitalists, to be very honest, if I am investing money in any of the startups, I will definitely look at getting a larger share of that pie, of that cake. And म्हणून bank will not look at it from that point of view. Bank will give you a loan. You will have to repay that loan with the interest. But easier way is going to a bank than rather than going to a VC. So customer funded startups are the one that I always recommend. What does our great father of the nation has to say about customer? Because customer is the backbone of our business. Okay, a customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not independent. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. Okay, ग्राहक आपल्या बिझनेस मध्ये येतो, तो किंग मेकर असतो. तो किंग नसतो, तो किंग मेकर असतो. किंग आपण होतो, तो आपल्याला किंग बनवतो बाय बाईंग आवर सर्व्हिसेस, बाय बाईंग आवर प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके, सो द किंग मेकर इज ऑलवेज बिगर दॅन द किंग. आपण राजकारणात ते बघतो नेहमी. सो किंग मेकर is the customer who comes to our premises, who buys our service. We have to learn the art of politeness, the art of selling, the art of empathy, the art of soft skills. ओके, ग्रामीण भागामध्ये ह्याचं प्रमाण थोडंसं कमी दिसतं. सो वी हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड दॅट एव्हरी कस्टमर मॅटर्स टू अस. We will sell the product. I will sell it in my own price frame without compromising on my price. But at the same time, I will make sure that my customer goes back with a wow effect. Wow, this is what it was. Okay. आपण काही वेळेस 5 स्टार हॉटेल्स मध्ये जातो किंवा एखाद्या चांगल्या विमान कंपनीने आपण प्रवास करतो. तो जो एक्सपिरियन्स आपल्याला मिळतो, ओके, 15,000 10,000 रुपयाचं तिकीट काढल्यानंतर जो एक्सपिरियन्स मिळतो आपल्याला, तो वाव इफेक्ट असतो. ओके, वी गो बॅक अँड वी टेल अदर्स की वाव, मी त्या जेट एअरवेजच्या फ्लाईटने गेलो होतो, मी स्पाइस जेटने गेलो होतो, मी ताजला थांबलो होतो, तर मला अशी अशी सर्व्हिस तिथे मिळाली. नाव दॅट वाव इफेक्ट हेल्प्स Taj to get more customers, because I am definitely going to share that wow effect with someone. Okay, and that someone is going to go ahead and then speak to someone else. So this is the chain reaction that keeps happening, and therefore we have to believe that grahak is very important in our business, and therefore before you actually bring a product out, try and find out who could be the takers of my product. Try and speak to them. तुम्हाला सर्व प्रकारचे रिएक्शन मिळतील. तुमची आयडिया घेऊन गेल्यानंतर तुम्हाला हो म्हणणारे, नाही म्हणणारे आणि विचित्र प्रकारे उत्तर देणारी लोक मिळणार आहेत. ओके, तुम्हाला भरपूर उत्तर मिळतील. कोणी तुम्हाला सांगेल अरे कशाला भानगडीत पडतो, तू एखादी परीक्षा दे, एमपीएससी दे, युपीएससी दे, तुला चांगला जॉब मिळू शकतोय, तू सॉफ्टवेअर इंजिनिअरिंग करून घे, पुण्याला जा, चांगले जॉब्स मिळतील. डेफिनेटली त्या सर्वांची उत्तरं त्यांच्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू मधून बरोबर आहेत. कोणाचंच उत्तर चुकीचं नाहीये, कारण ज्या एक्सपिरियन्स मधून ते लोक येतात त्या एक्सपिरियन्सला तुमच्या समोर ठेवायचा प्रयत्न करतात. तुम्हाला जर ठाम विश्वास असेल तुमच्या आयडियावर आणि तुम्हाला वाटत असेल की हा मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे, तो कुठेतरी सायंटिफिकली आपण सॉल्व्ह करू शकतोय, ओके, देन यू शुड गो अहेड अँड वर्क ऑन इट. ओके, बट सम इयर्स ऑफ युअर लाईफ आर डेफिनेटली गिवेबल टू दीज स्टार्टअप्स, टू दीज काइंड ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटीज. ओके, आयुष्यभर नोकरी करणं हा एक ऑप्शन असू शकतो, पण काही वर्ष नोकरी करून काही वर्ष मी स्वतःचा बिझनेस सेटअप करायचा प्रयत्न करेल, हा एक ऑप्शन असू शकतो. काही वर्ष मी बिझनेस सेटअप करायचा प्रयत्न करेल, नाही झालं तर मी नोकरीकडे परत जाईल, हा एक ऑप्शन असू शकतो. ओके, त्यात भरपूर ऑप्शन्स असू शकतात, बट यू हॅव टू मेक अ चॉईस दॅट व्हॉट आय एम गोइंग टू ऍक्च्युअली डू. क्लॅरिटी ऑफ थॉट्स इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके, ॲट द एंड ऑफ दिस सेशन आय विल ऑल्सो बी शेअरिंग सम ऑफ दोज ग्रेट बुक्स दॅट आय डेफिनेटली love to share with all my students, all my team members, and those books keep me updated on what's happening in the ecosystem of startups. Okay, you can see Neeraj Tyagi, he is available on LinkedIn. I am also available on LinkedIn. You all can meet me there also. So sales is the best startup survival plan. Anybody who wants to get into startups has to understand sales is the skills. तुम्हाला तुमचं प्रोडक्ट, तुमची सर्व्हिस, तुमची आयडिया विकता आली पाहिजे. आणि सेल्स इज नॉट नेसेसरीली ऑलवेज एक्सचेंज ऑफ मनी. इट इज एक्सचेंज ऑफ बार्टर. ओके, एक बार्टर होतं तिथे, दॅट इज सेल्स. तुम्ही पहिल्यांदा सेल्स कधी केलं आठवतं का? तुमच्या आयुष्यातलं पहिलं सेल्स तुम्ही सर्वांनी केलेलं, मी गॅरंटेड सांगू शकतो, प्रत्येकाने सेल्स केलेलं आहे. कधी सेल्स केलं पहिलं? काहीतरी विकलंय कुणाला तरी कधीतरी. आणि मी थोड्या वेळापूर्वी बोललो, विकणं म्हणजे पैशाचाच व्यवहार नव्हे. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरीली मनी, इट इज समटाइम्स एक्सचेंज ऑफ समथिंग डिफरंट. सो टेल मी, कधी सेल्स केलेलं आहे? तुमच्या मित्राबरोबर आठवतं काहीतरी विकलं असेल? बेंचवर अर्धी जागा शाळेत शेअर केलेली आहे का? मी तरी करत होतो, आय डोंट नो तुम्ही करता की नाही. बेंचवर अर्धी जागा शेअर करत होतो. बेंचवर तो मध्ये बॅग ठेवायची, मग त्याच्या एक्सचेंज मध्ये त्याला काहीतरी द्यायचं की बाबा माझी बॅग इकडे राहील, तुझी त्या बाजूने ठेव. ओके, माझं पुस्तक इथपर्यंत येईल, तुझं मध्ये एखादी लाईन ड्रॉ करायची. शाळेतल्या सगळ्या बेंचेसवर तुम्हाला ती त्या कंपासने ड्रॉ केलेली लाईन तुम्हाला दिसणार. त्याच्याही अगोदरचा सेल्स तुम्हाला सांगतो मी केलेला सेल्स होता, सर्वांनी केलेला आहे. माझ्या वडिलांना मी माझ्या 5th स्टँडर्ड मध्ये कन्व्हिन्स केलं की पप्पा मला शाळेच्या पिकनिकला जायचं आहे, मला प्लीज परवानगी द्या आणि मी पुढच्या युनिट टेस्ट मध्ये 80% स्कोर करून दाखवणार. इट्स अ सिम्पल एक्सचेंज दॅट आय डिड विथ माय फादर. मला शाळेच्या पिकनिकला जायला तुम्ही परवानगी द्या, शाळेच्या सहलीला जायला मला परवानगी द्या, आणि त्याच्या अगेन्स्ट मी तुम्हाला 80% स्कोर करून दाखवणार. एक्सचेंज केलेलं आहे. दॅट इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आय डिड सेल्स. सेल्स बाय डिफॉल्ट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ ह्युमन लाईफ, अँड देअरफॉर डोंट प्लीज थिंक की मी काहीतरी कमीपणाचं काम करतो. ओके, जग हे सेल्स स्किल्सवर चालतं. जगातले सर्वात मोठे कॉर्पोरेट्स हे सगळे सेल्सच करतात. टीव्हीवर येऊन अमिताभ बच्चन इन्शुरन्स विकतात. ओके, आमिर खान फोन पे विकतो, सलमान खान पेप्सी विकतो, हे सर्व सेल्स करतात. प्लीज अंडरस्टँड दिस. आणि तिथपर्यंत सलमान खान होण्यासाठी, आमिर खान होण्यासाठी कुठेतरी त्यांना त्या डायरेक्टरचे पाय पण झिजवावे लागतात. बऱ्याच वेळेस त्या प्रोड्युसरचे पाय झिजवावे लागतात तिथे जाऊन. सो सेल्स आहे, दॅट इज द की. वी शुड ऑल लर्न दॅट देअर इज the strength in sales, and we all should learn. We conduct some sales skills workshops in Nasik, Pune. Okay, whenever my next workshop will be arranged, it's a full day workshop where we teach the nuances of sales. Students can register for that workshop. It's a morning to evening workshop. Okay, certification पण मिळतं. But what eventually you get is your confidence to go ahead and talk to people whom you don't know. तुम्ही ज्यांना ओळखत नाही त्यांच्यापर्यंत जाऊन तुमचं प्रोडक्ट त्यांच्यापर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचा कॉन्फिडन्स तुम्हाला मिळतो, अँड दॅट इज द की. आणि असे वर्कशॉप्स आम्ही नाशिकला, पुण्याला कंडक्ट करत असतो. माझी टीम कंडक्ट करते. सो आय विल डेफिनेटली अपडेट डॉक्टर कोंडा ऑन whenever the next workshop is going to happen. Students who would love to register for those workshops can come and meet us. Okay. So this is one of the books that I love to always refer, Customer Funded Business by John Mullins. Now he says that it is easiest to start and grow your company with customers' money rather than getting money from your funding partners. Okay, London Business School one of the eminent faculties is John Mullins, and I also interact with John Mullins on LinkedIn quite often, and we have a lot of exchanges of ideas that happen with each other. Now स्टार्टअप की दुनिया के कुछ वर्ड्स आपको समझने जरूरी है. जो लोग स्टार्टअप में आगे जाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि हम थोड़े से रूरल बैकग्राउंड से, मैं ये नहीं मानता कि रूरल बैकग्राउंड के लोग ब्रिलियंट नहीं होते, सुपर ब्रिलियंट होते हैं, बट कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजी समझना बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, उसमें से एक है वीसी. आपको ये शब्द बार बार सुनाई देगा. वीसी तक गए क्या, वीसी को बताया क्या, वीसी को पिच किया क्या प्रोडक्ट. वीसी इज वेंचर कैपिटल और अ वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट. ओके, ही इन्वेस्ट्स मनी इन अर्ली स्टेज स्टार्टअप्स. ऍट द लॅटर स्टेज ऑल्सो दे डू. ओके, आणि त्याच्यात ते स्टेक्स घेतात. आणि सिंपल फंड असतो की ज्या वेळेस तुमचा स्टार्टअप मोठा होऊन पुढच्या फंडिंग राऊंडला जातो, तर हा व्हीसी त्याचे स्टेक्स काढून घेतो बाय मल्टिप्लाइंग द अमाऊंट. सिंपल एक्झाम्पल द्यायचं ठरलं तर मी तुमच्या एका स्टार्टअपवर 1 लाख रुपये लावले. स्टार्टअप वाढायला लागला, ग्रो झाला, कस्टमर यायला लागले, बिझनेस वाढायला लागला. नाव यू रिअलाइज की तुम्हाला आता 1 करोड रुपयाची गरज आहे. सो यू गो टू अनदर राऊंड ऑफ स्टार्टअप. त्यावेळेस तुम्ही कुणाकडून तरी 1 करोड रुपये घेतात आणि मला माझ्या 1 लाखाच्या अगेन्स्ट 5 लाख रुपये देतात आणि मी एक्झिट करून जातो. सो हाऊ मच मनी आय मेड? 5x. मी 5x पैसे बनवले फ्रॉम दॅट 1 लाख रुपीज. ओके, अँड देन आय गेट माय 5 लाख रुपीज. मी निघालो. मग तुम्ही ते 1 करोड रुपयाचे ज्याने लावले त्याला पुढे 5 कोटी रुपये मिळतात बाय वन्स द स्टार्टअप ग्रोस. नाउ दिस जर्नी ॲज सिम्पल ॲज इट लुक्स लाईक, इट इज नॉट. ओके, ऐकायला सुंदर वाटतात 1 लाख, 10 लाख, 5 लाख, 5 कोटी, बट ट्रस्ट मी, इट इज a very tough journey but worth a try. Okay, अगर ये नहीं किया तो क्या किया दुनिया में. बूटस्ट्रॅपिंग हा शब्द तुम्हाला ऐकायला मिळेल की ज्या वेळेस आपण स्टार्टअप कमीत कमी खर्चात चालवायचा प्रयत्न करतो त्याला बूटस्ट्रॅप म्हणतो आम्ही. की सर खूप आम्ही बूटस्ट्रॅप आहोत, आमच्याकडे मोठं ऑफिस नाहीये, आमची टीम घरून काम करते, आम्ही 2 महिन्यातून एकदा भेटतो, आम्ही इतर खर्च कमी करतो. ओके, आणि ज्या गरजेच्या वस्तू त्याच्यावरच खर्च करतो. दॅट इज कॉल्ड बूटस्ट्रॅपिंग. ओके, so to minimize the kharcha by not taking a very lavish office, by not having an AC place, by not having a very lavish kind of workstation, I am trying to bootstrap my startup. Okay, unicorn हा शब्द तुम्हाला खूप वेळा ऐकायला मिळेल, सर्वांच्या तोंडून ऐकायला मिळेल, खासकर गव्हर्नमेंट एजन्सीज कडून. जो स्टार्टअप $1 बिलियन टर्नओव्हर क्रॉस करतो तो स्टार्टअप युनिकॉर्न बनवला जातो. या क्षणी वी हॅव मोर दॅन 1000 युनिकॉर्न्स. मागच्या 8-9 वर्षामध्ये 1000 स्टार्टअप्सने $1 बिलियन टर्नओव्हर क्रॉस केला आणि प्रत्येक 10 दिवसांनी आता एक युनिकॉर्न तयार होतोय बिकॉज द सीड्स दॅट वेर सोल्ड इन 2014 आफ्टर द चेंज ऑफ हँड्स इन द सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट ओके स्टार्टअपसाठी एक अशी एक व्हेरी लुक्रेटिव्ह काइंड ऑफ ॲटमॉस्फिअर तयार व्हायला लागलं. Lot of parents also started supporting, okay, because there was a time when I was also doing a job. That's how Honorable Bansode sir knows me. कोपरगाव सारख्या ठिकाणी सुद्धा मी नोकरी केलेली सुरुवातीच्या काळात माझ्या. So that is when my parents also were not very encouraging towards the idea of having my own business, okay, or rather by investing into some business. So the idea for them was की बाबा तू एक चांगली नोकरी कर शांतपणे आणि तू तुझं सेटल होऊन जा, okay. But now I can see a lot of parents, even I am quite bullish about this fact that I will allow my son to invest some of the time of his life in a startup. Okay. And then maybe if it works for him, great. If it doesn't work for him, greater than that. But at least he'll be happy to fail after trying. And I want people to fail after trying and not fail before trying. Okay. So this is one of the terminologies. Pivot is one word that you will hear. Okay, it is a point where you realize, okay, इथे स्ट्रॅटेजी शिफ्ट करायची मला माझ्या स्टार्टअपची आणि इट इज नॉट वर्किंग आउट. सो पिवोट पॉईंट आपण त्याला म्हणतो की जिथे शिफ्ट करावं लागतं थॉट प्रोसेसला आणि काहीतरी वेगळ्या प्रकारे त्या स्टार्टअपला सक्सेसफुल बनावं लागतं. त्याच्यासाठी पिवोट पॉईंट हा शब्द वापरला जातो. एंजल्स हा शब्द तुम्हाला ऐकायला मिळेल खूप वेळेस. पीपल हू इन्व्हेस्ट in the initial stage of your startups, okay, these are angels because they तुमच्याकडे कुठलाही प्रूव्हन ट्रॅक रेकॉर्ड नसताना ते पैसे लावतात तुमच्यावर. ओके, माझ्याकडे स्टुडंट्स येतात की सर अशी अशी आयडिया छान आहे. मी कुठेतरी माझ्या सबकॉन्शियसला विचारून माझ्या कॉन्शियसला विचारून निर्णय घेतो. आउट ऑफ 10 9 times it is likely that my money will be lost. Still I will invest because that one time I know which is succeed will give me 90 times the money that I have invested on these 10 startups. So it is a game of average. Okay. But angels are the people who invest in the initial stage. तुमच्या सुरुवातीच्या काळामध्ये ते तुमच्यावर ट्रस्ट ठेवतात. ज्यावेळेस इव्हन बँक बऱ्याच वेळेस ट्रस्ट ठेवायला तयार नसते. ओके. So at the end of this session, if the time permits, we may have some question answer round where students can ask me some questions. I will try and answer them as much as possible. Incubators. Now, after 2014, a lot of incubation platforms started to come up who said ki okay changli idea hai so we will incubate them. So there are incubation labs. Atal incubation lab is there. Tata chi ek incubation lab hai called DISC. It is in Nasik, Digital Impact Square त्याला म्हणतात. ते इंजिनिअरिंग आणि रेग्युलर सायन्स कॉलेजेस मधून ब्रिलियंट सायंटिफिक आणि टेक्निकल आयडियाजच्या स्टार्टअप्सला ते एनकरेज करतात आणि 2 वर्षासाठी ते त्यांच्या डिस्क मध्ये स्पेस देतात आणि फंडिंग देतात. ओके, अगदी ग्रामीण भागातल्या आयडियाजला सुद्धा ते करतात. तुमच्या माहितीसाठी सांगतो, एक सुंदर आयडिया एका ग्रामीण भागातल्या शेतकरी कुटुंबातल्या मुलीने लावली. तिने इंजिनिअरिंग करत असताना संगमनेरच्या कॉलेजला तिच्या लक्षात आलं की कांदा शेतकऱ्यांचे काय मेजर प्रॉब्लेम असू शकतात. तर कांदा शेतकऱ्याचा सगळ्यात मोठा प्रॉब्लेम असतो कांदा खराब होणे. कांद्याच्या चाळीत ठेवलेला कांदा खराब होणे. आणि एक कांदा खराब झाला की ती सगळी चाळ खराब होते आणि फार मोठं प्रॉडक्ट फेकून द्यावं लागतं. हा कॉमन प्रॉब्लेम आहे. कांदा जास्त दिवस स्टोअर करून ठेवता येत नाही बिकॉज इट हॅज अ शेल्फ लाईफ असतं त्याला आणि तेवढ्या नंतर ते खराब होऊ शकतं. पण ते खराब व्हायला लागलं हे सर्वात आधी कळेल कसं, हाऊ कॅन वी फाइंड आउट. अँड देयर वॉज सिम्पल सायन्स दॅट शी यूज. ओके, शी फाउंड आउट थ्रू अर लॅब एक्सपेरिमेंट्स की कांदा जो सडायला लागतो त्याच्यात सडत असताना एक गॅस एमिट करतो तो. ओके, पर्टिक्युलर गॅस असतो तो आणि तो एक सर्वात जास्त प्रमाणात तो गॅस एमिट होतो आणि नंतर बाकीचे गॅसेस एमिट होतात. सो शी फाउंड आउट अ सेन्सर दॅट कुड ऍक्च्युअली आयडेंटिफाय दॅट गॅस आणि त्या सेन्सरला इन्स्टॉल करून तिने त्या सेन्सरला त्याच्याबरोबर टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर करून तिने नोटिफिकेशन सिस्टीम्स तयार केल्या आणि तिच्या ऍपमधून ते त्या शेतकऱ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचणार की बाबा ह्या गोडाऊन मधला हा ट्रे माझा सडायला लागलाय. दॅट ट्रे कॅन बी आयसोलेटेड सो दॅट रिमेनिंग ऑफ माय प्रोडक्ट कॅन बी सेव्ड. ओके, या सुंदर स्टार्टअपला टाटाने अडॉप्ट केलं. शी वॉज गिवन अ फंडिंग ऑफ 1 crore rupees. गोदाम या स्टार्टअपचं नाव आहे. गोदाम तुम्ही लिंक्डइनवर गेलात, गोदाम शोधलं तर तुम्हाला सापडेल. ओके, आणि संगमेर भागातली ग्रामीण भागातली मुलगी आहे. ओके, शी इज नाव वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सॉट आफ्टर सेलिब्रिटीज आफ्टर द फंडिंग दॅट शी गॉट, अँड गोदाम इज नाव ऑन अ रेव्हेन्यू मॉडेल. सो तुम्ही आजूबाजूला बघितलं तर प्रॉब्लेम आहे आणि सॉल्व्ह करायचा प्रयत्न केला, थोडंसं सायन्सचा विचार केला तर सोल्युशन्स सापडू शकतात. ओके, नाउ व्हॉट आर द व्हेरियस मॉडेल्स दॅट आर देअर इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स? देर आर व्हेरियस मॉडेल्स. मॅचमेकर मॉडेल नावाचा एक मॉडेल वापरला जातो, पेइन ऍडव्हान्स मॉडेल वापरला जातो, सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल वापरला जातो, स्कॅर्सिटी मॉडेल वापरला जातो. ओके, सर्व्हिस टू प्रोडक्ट मॉडेल वापरला जातो. देर आर लॉट ऑफ मॉडेल्स दॅट आर युज्ड. ओके, सो आपण एक एक मॉडेल क्विकली बघूया सो दॅट वी आर एबल टू फिनिश दिस सेशन इन द गिवन टाइम स्पॅन. ओके, बिफोर दॅट 3 F's ऑफ अ स्टार्टअप. तुमच्यासाठी 3 F खूप महत्वाचे जे आहेत ते फॅमिली आहेत, फ्रेंड्स अँड फेलोज. फेलो मीन्स युअर फ्रेंड्स, युअर co-workers who will join with you. First is family. Your family should be convinced. You should be able to take their backup. Okay, there may be some opposition that will come up, but you should be able to actually convince your family on what is your idea and how you are going to proceed with that. Okay, without family supporting you, it will become emotional trauma. Trust me. To avoid that, it is better to take family backup. Now, there will be a lot of problems that, trust me, तुम्ही ज्यावेळेस माझ्याशी वन ऑन वन इंटरॅक्ट कराल तर तुम्ही मला सांगाल की सर माझे वडील तयार नाही, मला ही आयडिया करायची, माझी आई कन्व्हिन्स्ड नाहीये, माझे काका आणि ते सर्व वडिलांना सांगताय की या कशाला याच्यात टाकता, याला कुठेतरी बाहेर जॉबला पाठवा. लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू हॅपन. ओके, यू विल हॅव टू वर्क ऑन दॅट. नाउ दॅट्स वेअर आय डोंट हॅव very logical answers. I don't have any mathematical module where I can say की ओके हे तुम्ही केलं तर तुमचे वडील कन्व्हिन्स होईल. असं होऊ शकत नाही, कारण इमोशनली प्रत्येक व्यक्ती वेगळी आहे, प्रत्येक व्यक्तीची थॉट प्रोसेस वेगळी आहे. I cannot come and change their thought process. It is going to be your challenge, but you will have to take their backup. फ्रेंड्स, तुमच्या बरोबरचे असणारे फ्रेंड्स, त्यांचा सपोर्ट असणं गरजेचं आहे. त्या फ्रेंड्सपैकी काही लोक तुमचे को फाउंडर्स होऊ शकतात त्या स्टार्टअपमध्ये. टीम बिल्डिंग इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांचा विचार केला तर त्यांनी रायरेश्वरावर जी शपथ घेतली होती हिंदवी स्वराज्याची, दॅट वॉज द स्टार्ट ऑफ टीम बिल्डिंग. ओके, आणि तिथून पुढे त्यांनी एक जीवाला जीव देणारी पूर्ण टीम उभी केली. इमॅजिन करा, त्या काळामध्ये 400 वर्षापूर्वी लोक प्राण द्यायला तयार झाले. असं काय केलं होतं त्यांनी की लोक प्राण देत होते की ओके मला माझा जीव गेला तरी चालेल, तो गड मी आणून दाखवेल तुम्हाला. एक मित्र आज आपल्याबरोबर असा असायला हवा की चल तुझ्यासाठी मी जीव देतो, आपण एकत्र जीव देऊ, काढू याच्यातून काहीतरी मार्ग. सो इट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट टू क्रिएट युअर co-founding टीम विच इज इन सिंक विथ युअर विजन, विच सिंक्रोनाइजेस विथ युअर विजन. तुमच्या विजन बरोबर ती सिंक्रोनाइज झाली पाहिजे. Therefore, you should be able to take support from your co-workers, from your friends, from your family. Now we go to our models. Matchmaker model first. ओयो रूम्स बद्दल ऐकलंय, बऱ्यापैकी लोकांनी वापरलंही असेल. आपण ट्रॅव्हल करतो, पुण्याला जातो, दिल्लीला जातो, कुठेतरी जातो. ओयो मॅचमेकर मॉडेल म्हणजे काय की तुमची एक रिक्वायरमेंट आहे ती तुम्ही ओयोला देतात, ओयो मॅच करताना तुम्हाला त्याचे सोल्युशन्स देतात. तुम्ही सांगितलं की मला दिल्लीमध्ये XYZ एरियामध्ये रूम हवाय, बजेट इतकं आहे, इतकी लोक असणार. सो इट विल शो यू 10 डिफरंट ऑप्शन्स दॅट यू कॅन चूज फ्रॉम, आणि ओयो मधून तुम्ही मग ती रूम तुमची घेऊ शकता. रितेश अग्रवाल started OYO after facing some real problems as a student while finding out hotels in Kolkata. He came from Orissa, Bhubaneswar आहे ते रितेश अग्रवाल. Young person, you will find him on LinkedIn, you will find him on YouTube, you will find him on various channels. So when he used to come to Kolkata because Bhubaneswar is not a very big metro city. It is though a capital city, it's not a big metro city. So Kolkata used to be the headquarters for all the competitive and entrance exams फॉर स्टुडंट्स. ईस्ट झोनच्या विद्यार्थ्यांना कलकत्त्याला यावं लागतं परीक्षा देण्यासाठी, जसं आपल्याकडे पुणे मुंबईला जावं लागतं तसं. सो ही यूज्ड टू क्वाइट ऑफन कम टू कोलकाता अँड ही वुड ऑलवेज फाइंड इट चॅलेंजिंग टू गेट अ बजेट रूम, क्लीन रूम, decent room in a right area. There were always problems. So he found in some places the rooms were cheaper, but they were very far from the exam centers. Sometimes they were close to exam centers, they were costly. Sometimes they were cheaper, they were closer, but the service was very poor. So he had to design a model which could manage the entire hotel with technology, minimizing the number of people in the hotel and still give better services. And that is how OYO was born. Okay, and trust me, 2014 साली I'm very proud to say I failed in a model like this while OYO had not even come on the board. Okay, माझं एक मोठं फेलियर या मॉडेलमध्ये होतं. When we were trying to work out on something same in Nashik with a technology team, I had my own team that was working on it, but we couldn't visualize what Ritesh visualized. Okay, I came from a town where there were a lot of hotels, so for me it was very important to create a model for a lot of hotel owners. I was thinking from that point of view. Ritesh Agarwal was thinking as an end user की त्याला काय प्रॉब्लेम झाला आणि त्याच्यासाठी काय सोल्युशन शोधता येईल, and he could find a solution through OYO which became successful. Today OYO has more than 90,000 properties. 90,000 hotels त्यांच्याकडे on board आहेत. So you can understand OYO is one of those models which is a matchmaker model. Okay, another model in matchmaker is Airbnb. Okay, now Airbnb started in US, but it came up with a different solution. I am going to Haridwar. I don't want to stay in a hotel. I want a homestay. Now, who are the people who can offer me homestay? I can find them on Airbnb. Okay, so you will be able to understand the essence of startups through these case studies. तुम्हाला या case studies मधून कळेल की कसा तो मॉडेल त्यांनी क्रिएट केलेला आहे. Customer first model. Dell Computers is example of customer first model. Now, what happened was 1980s पर्यंत Microsoft and IBM were the leaders in the world of computers. They were selling some high-end systems. MacBook Apple was also one of the major players. First time Dell came up with system that was customer centric. की मी कस्टमरला completely कस्टमाइज करून प्लॅन देणार. I will create a customized plan for Dell computers for my customers. So he created a system where somebody could call up Dell, order what they want. किती जीबीचा रॅम पाहिजे, किती HDD पाहिजे, त्याच्यामध्ये तुमचे मायक्रोचिप्स कशा पाहिजे, कॅमेरा कसा पाहिजे, त्याची बॉडी किती पाहिजे, त्याची लेंथ किती पाहिजे, या सगळ्या गोष्टींचा विचार डेलने केलेला होता. And therefore Dell computers came up with that first model which was completely customized. So you could literally call up Dell computers and tell them ki mala asa computer hava, and Dell would take your order, okay, ask you to pay some advance amount through different banking channels, and then they say okay tumhala tumcha computer 15 दिवसामध्ये deliver होईल. So backend team would start working on creating a customized computer. Okay, so Dell was created as a customer first model. Subscription model. Byju's बद्दल सर्वांनी ऐकलेलं आहे. It is one of the major unicorn startups in this country. Okay, so Byju'ची स्टोरी सुद्धा खूप इंटरेस्टिंग आहे. Some other day when I'll be able to conduct a longer session, I'll be able to tell you. Okay, रवींद्रन बायजूंची जर्नी कशी झाली, how he created a learning app which today is one of the most sorted and sought after app. Okay, but it's a subscription model. Subscription model म्हणजे काय, मला माझ्या मुलासाठी जर बैजूसचं सर्व्हिस हवी आहे तर मला सबस्क्राईब करावी लागते. ओके, विच आर अदर सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल? कॅन समबडी टेल मी? दुसरं कुठलंही याच्यासारखं बैजूस सारखं किंवा दुसरं कुठलंही सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल? अनअकॅडमी, ग्रेट. अजून काही? अनअकॅडमी आहे, बैजूस आहे, उडेमी आहे, कोर्सेरा आहे. ओके, इफ आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू गो इन टू कोर्सेस, एंटरटेनमेंट मध्ये जर मला विचार करायचा तर कुठलं आहे सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल? लेट अस कीप एज्युकेशन असाइड. एंटरटेनमेंट मध्ये कुठलं आहे सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल? ओटीटी प्लॅटफॉर्म्स. कुठल्या प्लॅटफॉर्मचं नाव सांगता येईल? हॉटस्टार, ग्रेट. येस. अजून कुठलं आहे? अमेझॉन प्राईम, राईट? नेटफ्लिक्स, येस. स्पॉटिफाय, YouTube इज अ सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल. तुम्हाला तिथे ऑप्शन मिळते YouTube मध्ये ना, सबस्क्राईब करा म्हणून खाली चॅनल्सला वेगवेगळ्या. करेक्ट. सो दीज आर द सबस्क्रिप्शन मॉडेल्स दॅट यू विल गेट टू सी विथ Byju's. ओके, one view if I have to give in various business models. One is matchmaker model that I told you. Okay, Airbnb. Then we spoke about OYO. Then matchmakers मध्ये अजूनही भरपूर मॉडेल्स तुम्हाला बघायला मिळतील. ओके, pay in advance models are consultant models, architecture models where you pay. Canva is a pay in advance model. Okay, Canvaचा वापर आम्ही स्टार्टअप मध्ये करतो for creating this visualizing effects. ओके, सो इट इज अ पे फर्स्ट मॉडेल. तुम्हाला आधी पैसे भरावे लागतात मग तुम्हाला सर्व्हिस मिळते. इट इज अ पे फर्स्ट मॉडेल. ओके, अँड देअरफॉर यू can be a part of that model by creating a system where people pay you first. Subscription model, तुम्हाला अगोदरही सांगितलं मी, YouTube, Netflix, these are subscription models. Then you can see scarcity based models where scarcity is created in the minds of the customer. Okay, now you can see Flipkart is a scarcity model. ओके, मिंत्रा इज अ स्कॅर्सिटी मॉडेल. स्कॅर्सिटी मॉडेल म्हणजे कुठेतरी तुमच्या मनात ते सेल तयार करतात आणि तुम्हाला दाखवले जातं की लिमिटेड पिरियड साठी हा सेल आहे, तुम्ही बाय करू शकताय. सो दॅट इज स्कॅर्सिटी मॉडेल. ओके, सर्व्हिस टू प्रोडक्ट मॉडेल. सर्व्हिस टू प्रोडक्ट मॉडेल मध्ये मायक्रोसॉफ्ट येतं, गुगल येतं, ओके, मॅप माय इंडिया येतं. देर आर मेनी सच सर्व्हिस टू प्रोडक्ट मॉडेल. So you can find out, getting more into the details by Googling them. You'll be able to see a lot of similar kind of models. Flash sales, OLX. I don't know, current day OLX is not very much active. It doesn't have so much of impact left, but OLX. You know what? I'll tell you something. OLX is simple technology enabled raddiwala. आपल्याकडे गावाकडे कोपरगाव, शिर्डी सारख्या ठिकाणी आणि इव्हन नाशिकमध्ये दारावरती हातगाडी घेऊन एक रद्दीवाला येतो, कबाडीवाला येतो आणि आपण त्याला कबाडी विकतो. OLX इज अ सिंपल टेक्नोलॉजी पावर्ड हाय एंड रद्दीवाला. सो कौन कहता है रद्दी में पैसा नहीं है? यू कैन सी OLX. It's a platform. It allows you to sell your old cars. It allows you to sell your old glares. It allows you to sell your old cameras. It allows you to sell your old mobiles, old laptops. All the clutter that you have in your house can be sold on OLX. And it is a very beautiful model. So how does OLX get its revenue from? OLX ला कुठून मिळतो रेव्हेन्यू? तुम्ही एक वस्तू विकताय, विकत घेणार एक व्यक्ती आहे त्याच्यावर, दोन्ही वेगवेगळे आहेत. OLX ला पैसा कुठून मिळतो याच्यात? The revenue comes from advertisement. OLX allows a lot of advertisement to run on its platform and the revenue comes from that advertisements. No doubt OLX has also now started premium service where you don't get advertisement but you will get access to your buyer directly and त्याच्यासाठी थोडी premium fee pay करावी लागेल. So they will do a lot of permutation combinations to bring more revenue into the system. Okay. This is our own product startup from Nashik, First Doctor, where we created first patient health record system which was electronic enabled, where doctors could see lot of past history of the patient while the patient visited this doctor. Okay, so First Doctor is a platform where doctors are able to see a lot of digital health records of the patient, past history of the patient, which helps doctors and patient to maintain the records for longer period. What happens is आपण MRI स्कॅन करायला जातो. हे आम्ही इन्क्युबेट केलेलं स्टार्टअप आहे. MRI स्कॅन करायला गेल्यानंतर एक MRI चा स्कॅनिंग रिपोर्ट मिळतो, एक मोठी फाईल मिळते. ती घेऊन आपण घरी जातो, आधी डॉक्टरकडे जातो, मग घरी जातो. कालांतराने ती फाईल हरवते. माझे लहानपणापासूनचे एक्सरे रिपोर्ट्स आता अवेलेबल नाही, आय लॉस्ट देम. So we are able to digitalize them and create an account for you where all these records are maintained and you can give access to a certain doctor with your permission. Doctor will be able to see the records, will be able to understand your history. One of the cardiologists, a very senior cardiologist from Nashik said, when a patient comes to us, it is very important for me as a cardiologist to know की 10 वर्षापूर्वी ह्या पेशंटला कॅथेड्रल कधी लावला गेला होता. बिकॉज ही इज अ कार्डियक पेशंट, हार्ट पेशंट आहे, त्याच्यावर काहीतरी सर्जरी करावी लागणार आहे, त्याची जर हिस्ट्री मला माहिती नसेल, हाऊ विल आय परफॉर्म माय सर्जरी? Again, I will have to start from scratch. And that is how we created service to product model in form of First Doctor. This is our own model, which is a trademark registered model, Khali Seat. Okay, it is my very personal passionate model where we are able to sell vacant seats of the buses and trains which are not filled up, and lot of times middlemen sell those seats. Okay, आपण बसमध्ये ट्रॅव्हल करतो, पुण्याला जाताना काही सीट्स खाली राहून जातात आणि ते सीट्स ऍक्च्युअल बस ओनरला त्याचा रेव्हेन्यू मिळत नाही, तो रेव्हेन्यू ड्रायव्हर आणि क्लीनर मध्ये सीट्स भरतात. सो खाली सीट इज एबल टू फाइंड आउट दोज सीट्स अँड सेल इट ॲट अ लोअर कॉस्ट. ओके, सो where we brought this model, we brought it for people traveling between Pune and Mumbai quite often. वीकेंडला पुण्यातल्या IT मध्ये काम करणारे लोक जे मुंबईचे रहिवासी आहेत ते मुंबईच्या मुंबईच्या हिंजेवाडीच्या ब्रिजवर उभे राहून लिफ्ट मागताना मी खूप वेळा बघितले. कारची लिफ्ट मागतात ते. ओके, त्यांना ॲडिक्वेट बसेस मिळत नाही. Then I checked with buses. The bus owners told me that most of our seats go vacant because there is a lot of manipulation that happens at the back end. हे जे मध्ये बस बुकिंग डेस्क असतात, किऑस्क असतात, ते मुद्दामून आमचे सीट्स विकत नाहीत. ओके, नाव वी फाउंड an answer to this by creating Khali Seat. Okay, so Khali Seat is a model where you are able to buy your seats using this. Soon we will be launching airline tickets also, because I was traveling to Delhi 2 months back. From Shirdi I took this flight. I was surprised to see there were only 30 seats filled up in a plane capacity of 80. 80च्या कॅपॅसिटीचा हा प्लेन होता आणि only 30 seats were filled up. So what happened to those 50 seats? Now out of those 50, a lot of people might have backed out because of the higher cost of the ticket. The plane still has to fly with 30 seats. That 50 will go vacant anyways. Why not try and sell at least 10 in the last moment at a lower cost? There are practical some difficulties. हा सोल्युशन तयार करताना काही डिफिकल्टीज असणार आहे. चेक इन कधी होणार, त्यांची सिक्युरिटी चेकिंग कधी होणार, किती लास्ट मोमेंट म्हणजे किती आधी तो तिकीट बुक करायला मिळेल, ते ओपन कसे होतील. ओके, याच्यावर आम्हाला वर्कआउट करायचं. वी विल सून कम आउट विथ अ सोल्युशन, बट वी विल बी एबल टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लेम बिकॉज आय सॉ देर इज अ प्रॉब्लेम वेन आय वॉज फ्लाइंग इन दिस फ्लाइट. Therefore, it is important for us to look around. तुम्ही जर डोळे उघडून आजूबाजूला बघितलं, you will see a lot of problems around you for which you should be able to find a solution. Okay, so this is our own baby Khali Seat that will soon be up on the Play Store. We in Nasik we also conduct a lot of activity with Ashoka Business School. I am associated with a lot of MBA colleges. I am associated. So we created Startup Utsav 2 years back where we allowed pitch deck festival for start. And trust me, it had a great success. Nearly 72 startups came for this pitch deck festival. We had 4 venture capitalists. Out of this 72, 4 reached to funding rounds. Okay, and या 4 funding मिळालं. So we do this Utsav every year. This year, whenever this Utsav is planned, I will be sharing the link with you all through Honorable Konda sir. You can access this link. It is open platform. Anybody can apply for this platform. There is no limitation in any ways. Age ची limitation नाही, education ची limitation नाही, institute ची limitation नाही. तुम्ही individually form entries पाठवू शकताय, तुम्ही college through entries पाठवू शकताय. All you need to have is an amazing idea and a working model of your startup. Okay, त्याचा प्रोटोटाइप असणं गरजेचं आहे, त्याचा MVP असणं गरजेचं आहे. मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट आम्ही त्याला म्हणतो, तो तयार करता आला पाहिजे तुम्हाला की ह्या स्टार्टअपचा मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट काय असेल जो मी ऍक्च्युअली कोणाला तरी दाखवू शकतो. सो तो ऍटलीस्ट तुम्हाला दाखवता आला पाहिजे. सो इफ यू हॅव दीज 2 things, वी विल मेक शुअर दॅट यू गेट एन अपॉर्च्युनिटी टू सिट इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ व्हेंचर कॅपिटलिस्ट who if likes your idea can fund it. Honorable Ashokji Kataria is a very famous business tycoon in Nasik, not just Nasik, across the state, and he is the one who endorses our ideas. So these are some of the visuals from our last year's startup Utsav. Funding overview सांगायचं झालं, we are coming to end of our model. There are various rounds of funding. Pre-seed funding round आम्ही ज्याला म्हणतो की बाबा आयडिया लेवललाच कोणतरी फंड केलं. आयडियली प्री-सीड फंडिंग राऊंड मध्ये तुमची फॅमिली, फ्रेंड्स हेच असले तर जास्त चांगलं आहे. इन्स्टेड ऑफ गोइंग टू ऑल टुगेदर VCs and getting fund from them, because pre-seed मध्ये जर तुम्ही तुमचा 50% जास्त शेअर्स डायल्यूट केले तर you lose ownership of your startup. Okay, and there is a good chance that you might not be able to control your startup in longer run. So in pre-seed and even in seed, you should try and bring your own people, your own money. Okay, later on you can bring people from other companies, VCs can be brought. So seed funding is की आता तुम्ही आयडिया तयार केली आहे, प्रोटोटाइप बनवलेला आहे, तो प्रोटोटाइप घेऊन तुम्ही कोणाकडे तरी गेलात, त्याला दाखवली, त्याने सीड फंडिंग केली. प्री सीड म्हणजे मला इथे हे रोप लावायचं आहे, त्याच्यासाठी जे सीड लागणार त्या सीडसाठी लागणारे पैसे कोणाकडून तरी घेणे. सीड फंडिंग म्हणजे मी आता जागा घेऊन ठेवलेली आहे, तशी रोपं मी दुसरीकडे बघितलेली आहे, त्याचे फोटोज मी दाखवले आणि तुम्हाला सांगितलं की आपल्याला आंबराई लावायची आहे या 5 एकरमध्ये, आंब्याचे सुंदर असं आपल्याला गार्डन तयार करायचं आहे आणि त्याच्यासाठी मला जे आंब्याचे बियाणं लागतील त्याच्यासाठी फंडिंग हवंय, दॅट इज सीड फंडिंग. देन कम्स सिरीज ए. where now the product is ready, it is being brought, it is being sold, customers are coming, थोडा रेव्हेन्यू जनरेट होतोय. नाव आय वॉन्ट टू स्केल इट. स्केल इट म्हणजे मला एका मॉडेलमधून मल्टिपल मॉडेल्स तयार करायचे आहे, रेव्हेन्यूचे जास्त स्ट्रीम्स आणायचे आहेत. सो देन इट कम्स टू सिरीज ए, देन इट कम्स टू सिरीज बी, सिरीज सी, सिरीज डी. ओके, अँड देन आयपीओ लिस्टिंग. आता लेटेस्ट स्टार्टअप्स कुठला लिस्ट झालाय आयपीओला, जे आता चर्चेत असतं नेहमी आणि वापरतोय आपण, मोठ्या शहरात तरी वापरले जातं. एनीबडी? आयपीओ लिस्ट झाला. आयपीओ, डू यू नो व्हॉट इज आयपीओ? इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग. शेअर मार्केटला कंपनी जर तुम्हाला लिस्ट करायची असेल तर तुम्हाला त्याला आयपीओच्या थ्रू घेऊन जावं लागतं. ओके, आणि आयपीओ मध्ये गेल्यानंतर मग पब्लिकली ट्रेडेड कंपनी होते. People can buy your shares from these platforms. Okay, then it no more remains a startup. It actually becomes a kind of unicorn. So, which is the latest company ज्याच्याबद्दल ऐकतो आपण, वापरतो सुद्धा आपण ती? पेटीएमचं नाव ऐकलं? पेटीएम. डू वी यूज पेटीएम? Zomato?
Yes.
So Zomato, Paytm, these are the companies which have recently got into IPO, where they have sought funds from the open market. People have brought IPO listing च्या आधी आपण ऐकतो की आता ही कंपनीचा IPO येणार आहे, शेअर्स कमी रेट मध्ये मिळत असतील तर घेऊन टाका. A lot of rush is there to get those, shares from the market. So IPO listing तुम्हाला ऐकायला मिळेल. IPO is the last destination of funding for a lot of startups. पोस्ट IPO सुद्धा स्टार्टअप फंड घेऊ शकते. ओके, पण मग त्यावेळेस त्यांना त्यांच्या पर्सनल स्टेक होल्डर्सचे फंड्स, स्टेक होल्डरचे शेअर्स डायल्यूट करावे लागतात. पब्लिकला वाटलेले शेअर्स डायल्यूट करता येत नाही. माझ्याकडे जर XYZ कंपनीचे शेअर्स आहेत तर ते मी आहे, आय एम द ओनर. माझ्याकडे गुगलचे शेअर्स आहे, बॉट गुगल शेअर्स सम इयर्स बॅक. Now I am partial owner of Google. Google cannot sell those shares without my permission. Google has to buy them back from me and then sell it. Okay, so I am a partial owner of Google today because I thought, okay, Google was going to grow over the years, and then I brought it. So we all have to understand that opportunity comes to us in many ways. Look around, keep your eyes open, and then you will be able to perhaps encash on one of those opportunities. Start early. विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी you are lucky. तुमचं कॅम्पस, तुमचे मॅनेजमेंट इतकं एफर्ट्स घेतं हे सगळं करण्यासाठी. वेन आय वॉज इन कॉलेज वी नेव्हर हॅड दिस काइंड ऑफ गायडन्स. अ लॉट ऑफ प्रोफेसर्स हिअर वुड ॲग्री की आमच्या वेळेस आम्हाला इतकं सगळ्या फॅसिलिटीज, एक्सपर्ट टॉक्स वगैरे काहीच प्रकार नव्हता. सो यू ऑल आर व्हेरी लकी अँड यू नो लॉट ऑफ गाईड्स, मेंटर्स अवेलेबल. ओके, सिस्टम्स अवेलेबल आहे, यूट्यूब अवेलेबल आहे, खूप काही अवेलेबल आहे तुमच्यासाठी. इट इज अप टू यू टू डिसाइड हाऊ यू आर गोइंग टू ॲक्च्युअली एनकॅश दिस सिच्युएशन. Okay, so make use of maximum that you have. These are some of the startups that we have incubated. We have a blockchain based startup. Blockchain baddal ऐकत असेल, Bitcoin cryptocurrencies baddal. So Spirit Shop is one of the startups which is into blockchain. Okay, MetaTest is one of the startup. MetaTestच नाव आम्ही चेंज केले आता. It is Test Nation. Okay, सुरुवातीला इंट्रोडक्शन मध्ये तुम्हाला टेस्ट नेशन सांगण्यात आलं होतं. दॅट इज मेटाटेस्ट. खाली सीट इज अ रजिस्टर्ड स्टार्टअप. एनालिटिक्स मध्ये माझं स्वतःचं स्टार्टअप आहे, वेर आय हॅव अ सिनियर डेटा सायंटिस्ट हू वर्क्स विथ मी ऑन ब्लंट अँड व्हाईट, वेर वी आर एबल टू हेल्प कंपनीज टू draw inferences from that data. Okay, currently the world runs on data. The data is the next fuel. जगातलं पुढचं फ्युएल आहे डेटा. We should be able to understand the value of data that is going to be generated and work on them. इनोव्हेटर्स मीडिया नेटवर्क नावाचं आमचं स्टार्टअप आहे. त्याचं आमचं एक ऑनलाईन मॅगझिन आहे द फाउंडर्स म्हणून, वेर वी आर एबल टू पब्लिश स्टोरीज ऑफ व्हेरी एनकरेजिंग स्टार्टअप्स. तुम्हाला फाउंडर्सचं फेसबुक पेज सुद्धा बघायला मिळेल. यू कॅन सबस्क्राईब दॅट. ओके, तुम्हाला फाउंडर्सची वेबसाईट बघायला मिळेल. यू कॅन सबस्क्राईब देअर ऑल्सो. सो लॉट ऑफ स्टोरीज विल बी एबल टू सी ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स who came from rural background like you all, who came from smaller background, who came from humble background, and who really created value in this world today. My address, my phone number is all available. You all can take it from here. You can ping me if you wish to, get connected to me. We have one of the offices in Mumbai. Okay, so where we can interact with you all. Screenshot घेऊ शकताय, मोबाईलचा फोटो तुम्ही घेऊ शकताय माझ्या या फोन नंबरचा. ओनली थिंग, इफ यू पिंग मी, यू जस्ट नीड टू गिव्ह मी युअर इंट्रोडक्शन ॲज student of KGS या professor of KGS, so that I know कि okay मी कुणाशी interact करतोय. Okay, a lot of times students they send me messages. I am able to reply as much as possible. Session मध्ये असेल, meeting मध्ये असेल, brainstorming मध्ये असेल तर I may not reply, but if and when possible I reply to most of my messages. Okay, now as I said, there are some books that I will recommend as a part of this session before we close. Now here is one book. Is this visible, dear faculties, professor?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So this is the book that I recommend. You will be able to see this on my Facebook, on my YouTube page also. So 0 to 1, one book that I recommend to all those who want to get into this दुनिया ऑफ स्टार्टअप. ओके, इसकी हिंदी मराठी अनुवाद भी अवेलेबल है, अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप वहां से भी इसको ले सकते हैं. ओके, सो यू कैन सी हियर पीटर थिल इज द ऑथर. ही सेज की शून्यातून एक हाच एक डिफिकल्ट जर्नी असतो. 1 ते 10 थोडा इझी होतो, 10 ते 100 त्याच्यापेक्षा इझी होतो, 100 ते 1000 बिकम्स व्हेरी इझी. So 0 to 1 is one of those challenges that you need to face while you create your own startup. तुमचा स्टार्टअप क्रिएट करत असताना 0 to 1 ही एक जर्नी खूप चॅलेंजिंग असते. And I recommend this book very strongly. One of the beautiful books that I have ever read and followed is 0 to 1. Second book I recommend to all those young boys, girls, and everybody is Atomic Habits. Okay, lovely book. James Clear writes his own life's experiences through Atomic Habits, how great habits can be created, converted, and used. Okay, this is the book that I recommend to everybody who would like to grow in life. You need not, तुम्हाला स्टार्टअप जरी नाही सुरू करायचं आहे, तुम्हाला जॉब जरी करायचा आहे, तरी हे पुस्तक वाचायचा प्रयत्न करा. याचे मराठी हिंदी अनुवाद अवेलेबल आहे. सो प्लीज ट्राय अँड यू नो क्रिएट value by reading some of those great books. Okay, we are coming. Book name, please somebody said, this is Atomic Habits. Okay, I again repeat, Atomic Habits. I will type it there, and 0 to 1, so you all can access it from there. 0 to 1 Atomic Habits. And these are the two books. There are many such books you can read. Okay, I will keep referring to a lot of books. Okay, through my YouTube channel you will get to hear a lot of books that I refer to. So coming to an end of this session, I would love to thank everyone. Any question, if anybody would like to ask, another 5 minutes if I can take and answer those questions. Any questions, students, teachers, professors, honorable principal sir, anybody would like to ask some question? Any brutal question, I would love to answer. Okay, as I can get it, students from rural and smaller places are not very confident while asking questions. My number I have shared, my platform I have shared. If you would like to ask something personally, if not in the public platform, I am available. I will try and answer as much as possible. I will try to be as helpful as possible to all of you, because I love interacting with younger generation when it comes to startups and ideas. So please feel free to stay connected with me. Let me thank everybody who was present in this session. All the professors, teachers, principal, management. I may not be able to take all the names personally. So thank you so much for attending this session. I hope you will be able to make something meaningful out of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thought-provoking and enlightening remarks about the topic. Now I would request Dr. S.G. Konda, sir, Coordinator, Impact Lecture Series and Institutions and Innovation Council, to introduce our next resource person to all of us. Over to Dr. Konda, sir.
Hello, madam, I am audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, Avsara madam, please. Hello. मॅडम अजून हॅलो मॅडम माझा आवाज येतोय का?
एक मिनिट. Yeah. Am I
मॅडम जॉईन
audible?
झालात तुम्ही?
Yeah.
हा,
I'm
yes
there.
ma'am, yes ma'am, please.
I think
Yes.
some problem with my video. I'm just trying to sort it out, but I've switched it on, but yeah, now it's working.
Ma'am, please, first I will introduce, then hello.
Hello? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Firstly, I heartily welcome Professor Dr. Vidya Avasara, madam, to this Impact Lecture Series organized by Innovation Cell and KJ Somaya College, Kopargaon. So as we know that Professor Vidya Avasara, madam, she is having very full high-profile biodata. She has completed her BSc from Vagire College, Saswad, MSc from Department of Chemistry, Pune University, PhD from IIT Bombay on organometallics. Presently, she is working as a professor and head, Department of Chemistry, SP College, Pune. Her research area is catalysis, organometallics, computational chemistry. Her publications, she has a lot of publications. It's very highlighted publications published in many articles like reputed journals, more than 10 plus impact factors like ACS, American Chemical Society, Journal of Physical Chemistry, Inorganic Chemistry, the Journal of Organic Chemistry, the OBC, and the RSC. These are the very popular journals in the field of chemistry as well as the material sciences. She has very interesting in the research area. Her research is finely highlighted in the many cover pages, prestigious journals like ACS, JPC, ACS, again Journal of Inorganic Chemistry, Organic Chemistry, Royal Society Chemistry. She has completed many projects, more than 3 major projects she has completed. Presently, ongoing research project is imprint second, funding of 2.5 crores. That is it's very impressive. 2.55, that is 2.5 crores. Presently, she ongoing research project is there, and also she has founded a new department, that is Department of Interdisciplinary Sciences in 2020 in SP College. This is very interesting for the new department foundation. She has received many grants as a coordinator. She worked as a coordinator in the DST Priest, DBT Star College, and other many funding she has as a program coordinator received from the many of we can say the government institutes. Especially, she has mentioned to say here, she has delivered many invited speaks in many webinars like American Chemical Society, one of the prestigious international meeting held in New York, USA. And she has delivered a long talk with the Nobel laureates, with the 2 Nobel laureates in the entire visit sponsored by ACS. Also, she has visited many institutes and delivered talks in IIT Goa, IISER Mohali, IISER Kolkata, and many more. She has collaborated the industrial collaborations with the department, also with the college, in many industry, we can say as like Anthem Biosciences, Bengaluru, and the NetSurf Research Laboratory, Pune, Gale, Delhi. Like many industries are there collaborative with the department as well as SP College. And also this is very important, she has received highest national award in the science and teaching. That is in the last year, INSA Best Teacher Award 2021, prestigious Science Academy of the government, that we know all of us, the science faculties. The awards consisting of 50,000 plus 20,000 book for grant. Like she has many high profile data, high profile CV. So really I'm thankful to Dr. Vidya Avasara madam At the one phone call.
Konda sir, you are not audible, sir. Hello?
I think he has some network
Those who
issue.
are, madam.
Hello?
Hello, ma'am. Yes.
Huh.
Over to Varshana.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Professor Dr. Vidya Avsare ma'am to kindly guide all of us. Over to ma'am.
Yeah, first before I start my presentation, actually usually I talk about chemistry and research, but
Okay, ma'am.
when Dr. Shankar called me and asked me about to talk about innovation and incubation, which I always think that one must go for it, and whatever feeling or the way I'm thinking to go for it, I just wanted to share with you because Dr. Modi has given excellent talk. So that is from business point of view, how you can grow your business. But today's my talk will be more based on how to grow the ideas, in what areas, how you can pursue your ambition to become an entrepreneur. So it would be something different, but it is from the teacher and researcher point of view, and where we can continue. So I'm sharing my screen now. Is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Okay.
it's visible.
So I'm from SP College. This is my college. Wait. So wherever I talk, I dedicate my talk to Phule couple. Because of them, I'm here, and also to Tilak, because the entire land of SP College is donated by Patwardhan family because of his efforts. Now we all talk about COVID-19, and it has taught us to be prepared, to be accommodative, and to be adaptive. And that's what all these startup ideas and everything is growing like anything. So academic research, everyone is doing academic research, but it is very important to do translational research. And whatever research we do, we should have multidisciplinary approach. Because one person cannot solve, or one subject won't be able to solve one even single problem. So we have to come forward and work together. So that is what is important. So translational research. So I'm just talking about how multidimensional chemistry, but every subject you can use this. So we can use all science subjects, the innovation for health sciences, whether it is chemistry, physics, biology, environment, life sciences, then energy and social sciences. So all we can use our scientific knowledge to do the translational research in all these areas. So most important problem of this world, I'm not talking only about India, but world, is clean water to everyone. So we can develop technologies where we can cater the need of clean drinking water. I'm going to show you how one of the professor from IIT Madras has done fantastic work through the science research. So research in basic science is very important. Being science background person, whether teacher or student, we should have different approach to give the innovative technologies to the country. It's not to earn money, but it should be to provide the solution to very important fundamental problems. So that's because that's the difference between people who do business. They always do the model where they want to get the money, and many times whether it is gaming industry or this, there's compromise lot of ethics. So we don't want to compromise ethics. We don't want to spoil the society, but we want to nurture the society and their talent. That's how teacher or science researcher should go with the business. Because you can get many things, like even Swiggy is there, everything is there. So I don't know, even Ola, Uber, lot of business startups or established businesses are there. They are helping in a way, but we are getting lazy also over the years, because even if we have to walk for some distance, we'll prefer to go by an Ola or Uber. So next important problem is access to medicines and treatment to everyone. Whether it is mental health, because this is going to be very important problem in next few years. Then cancer, still we don't have a sustainable cure for cancer. So, and after COVID we have learned how infectious diseases are important. So we have to keep working on all these important areas depending upon your interest and expertise. The most important problem everyone suffers that pollution, air pollution. So providing clean air to everyone is very, very important problem where one can contribute. Then we talk about energy, because if you look at whether it is health issue or air pollution, all this is because of energy. We need clean energy for transportation, for electricity, for pure water, everywhere. Energy is very important. So we must focus on the energy, because this is one of the hottest area for the research, whether you do battery or some other renewable energies area. But battery is very, very going to be very important area of the research. You can have a startup on this. Just I'm giving you broader view how we can, in which area we can concentrate on. So recycling is also, recycling of lithium is going to be very, very important area. If you see that Chile has largest lithium mines, then Australia, Argentina, China, US, Zimbabwe, Brazil, Portugal. But what India is having nothing. You can see at the bottom, just 14,100 tons in small patch of southern Karnataka. So that means if we have to use lithium batteries, we should have recycling. So if recycling of lithium is going to be very, very important for Indian economy. If you look at the future will be loaded with lithium-ion batteries. So 140 million electric vehicles predicted to be on the road worldwide by 2030. 11 million metric tons of batteries expected to reach the end of their service lives between now and 2030. So you can see how many batteries are going to be out of service by 2030, and how many batteries entire world need. So 20 to 30% of lithium-ion batteries that comes from valuable cathode material, and 5% of lithium-ion batteries that are recycled currently. Just only less than around 5% you can say lithium-ion batteries are being recycled. So there is a lot of scope in to do recycling. So, and you can see that value of 70 billion is the value of lithium battery market projected by 2022. Means right now, this I prepared last year. So this year it would be, next year it would be more than that. And so we have only option for to use the lithium, that recycle, reuse. The next important problem for whether it is microbiology or chemistry or physics, but mainly microbiologists and chemists can solve this problem. That nitrogen fixation, dinitrogen fixation, because lot of whatever nitrogen compounds we are using, they are coming from fixation of dinitrogen. You can see nitrogen and then conversion into ammonia. So Haber-Bosch process, the entire world is using Haber-Bosch process, where we are using very high amount of temperature and pressure. So if you look at the consumption of energy for Haber-Bosch process, world is almost utilizing 10 to 30% of world's energy is being utilized for the conversion of nitrogen into ammonia. And if we do some demonstrate some alternative way to get ammonia from nitrogen at ambient temperature, this is worth getting Nobel Prize problem. So that is why one must work on this area, because we don't want to go into small areas where we want to earn our money, because lot of ways you can earn money, but it is to give back to the society, give back to the nation, to make the nation independent. It's very important, because you can have your clothes shop and one brand, and then you can start doing earning money. So you can have water, mineral water, start earning money. So there are a lot of ways to earn money, but to make the society sustainable, to make the country sustainable, or to make the country independent, the contribution of researchers working in basic science is very, very high. And that's the thing, one should be proud that is, I'm doing science and I'm going to contribute to this society in a different way. The next important problem of world is hydrogen storage, because hydrogen is considered to be green fuel. And next, if we want hydrogen vehicles based on hydrogen, we should have a proper material to store the hydrogen. And that market, if you can see that $969 million market, it's huge market. It's beyond our imagination. But whether it is the next important thing, carbon dioxide market. Carbon dioxide capture, and I must tell about carbon dioxide capture, how it is important, because Tesla recently announced the price of almost 800 crore rupees for the best material preparation for CO2 capture. So you can see what an important Tesla is looking at this CO2 capture. So it is going to be very, very important area where you can do research and develop your own. So innovation is very important. I'm basically talking about innovation, which area you should focus on. Then CO2 capture is important. Now people are also thinking about methanol economy. Now we are talking of fuels. Countries who are having fuel, they are the richest one, or they are dominating the world. But now in next 20, 30 years, the countries who can produce maximum methanol are going to be the strongest companies, who are going to control the world. Because CO2 to methanol is very, very important. Now, a few of the countries, they have already established plant to convert carbon dioxide to methanol. But when we talk about conversion of carbon dioxide to methanol or multi-carbon products, it is very important that we should have hydrogen, water, generation of hydrogen from water, because that is how you just take water, take CO2 and get methanol, or maybe in future you can get even sugar also. So many times I tell people, maybe next 60, 70 years, you don't have to cultivate sugar canes, because you just, if guests come, you just take carbon dioxide from the air. Because membrane is developed, you just have some container where carbon dioxide continuously goes in it. Just take out that CO2, then water, and add the catalyst, and make the tea for your guest. So just you need to add only milk into it. So as I said, clean energy, clean water, clean air, and safe medicines are the important areas where science students or teachers can contribute. So when we talk about teacher and student, the most important that there are many important areas where online learning platforms are booming like anything. One of the most important, India's largest learning platform is Unacademy. So you can see the total, how much they have raised, $500,000 US. So it's big in a very short time, maybe in 2-3 years. So this is one of the most, so you come up with a very good idea to teach the society. Society is going to change it. They are going to transform. And then another edutech platform is Splashgain. You see, Splashgain Technology is an edtech company building innovative platforms that target the education and corporate sector. It has built an award-winning platform, Eklavya, that is backed by strong management and research teams having extensive knowledge and industry experience. Splashgain specializes in remote proctoring, AI proctoring, digital assessment, and extensively. Extensively. So these are the founded in 2009, but it is doing a lot of things. So these are the areas where one can think of having a startup. So Birla BrainX is one of the important platform for collaborative learning for students from nursery to 12. So you have to just come up with brilliant idea. Then sky is the limit to earn money, to earn fame, to earn awards. Weird Weird is one of the most important professional higher education company. It is of course started by Hero Group. So overall professional development via skill-based programs, courses that imperative to learners' growth in India rapidly evolving digital economy. So again, these are into artificial intelligence, machine learning, game design, finance, fintech, entrepreneurship, innovation, lot of things they are doing. So now when we talk about startups in India, we should know that what kind of support we get from the government. So I'm just going to take you to this website because a lot of things are there. So I thought rather than taking points and writing something, so it is better to take you to this website. So this is Government of India website, in India Science, Technology and Innovation. This is particularly dedicated to startups. So this is under DST, Department of Science and Technology. So entrepreneurship by providing the details of available funding opportunities and scientific activities performed by various startups and entrepreneur ventures along with the details of incubators. So we'll just see the funding opportunities. So you can get Nidhi, seed support system, technology business incubator, promoting young and aspiring innovators and startups. So lot of things, once you visit this, you will find out. Even they give some research grants also. So we'll go for institutional, you can go for individual also. TBD Seed Fund, Micro Venture Innovation Fund, grant programs, BIRAC. These are some very important. Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council, Indo-French Center for Promotion of Advanced Research, Contract Research Service Schemes, Special Assistant Program, SAP, Joint Appointment Exchange for Human Resources between universities and other institutes. This is UGC. Funding agency is UGC. Of course, a lot of programs, development assistant to colleges for construction of building. This is, I think, now we don't get anything. So you can also get grants for seminars and conferences because this is very, very important. Like I have heard last few minutes of Dr. Modi, and I found it is very inspiring and encouraging. So we should know, because being a science researcher, we know how to develop the scientific model for the research, or how to innovate some concept to start a business. But how to start, the another part is business, that he has really nicely elaborated. So a lot of schemes are there. So you can, I will just go back to this site again. Home page. So we'll see. We must read success stories. You can see that technology incubators. So where you can, if you have something, you can go to them and take their help. So lot of technological institutions are there. So we just want to see the area will go to all science disciplines. Okay, no. So this is, it is under all. Because it is all about science. Agribusiness incubator, this is very important. Those who are have lot of farm land, agriculture land, they can go and see what these people are doing. Technology business incubator. So this is in Andhra. So Maharashtra, maybe we can see this is alphabetical order. So we can come to this. You can see. So Maharashtra, lot of venture center, Pune is there where you can go and visit. Then Midcon Biotechnology Business Incubation Center, Agriculture Biotechnology. Sign is there, IIT Mumbai, Product Hardware Based Technologies. Even IIT Mumbai has another, this astronomy. So these are the incubator centers. You can go for Itselkaranji also, textile incubation center. Then data analytics. So a lot of incubation centers are there in Maharashtra which you can go and see. Then we must see these success stories. So you can see that boat lab dynamics. So lot of things. You can visit this website and you will find that how different people are doing. So they have flight controllers. You can see. So lot of things are there. You can go to this website and check. Again, I think I have to go back. Then India's science startups. This is very important. That how teachers can contribute in solving the problem. Science teachers. So this is the story of T. Pradeep, who recently received Padma Bhushan award also. So he has developed diesel water technology. Based on desalination technology, where even seawater can be made drinkable. And here they have put this 900 cities across the India in 2017. Now the number is too high. Now they have also started a startup in other areas and even arsenic. So they can, nano research also they founded. That is focused on water purification using nano composite material that filters out arsenic from water. So over 900 of these water filter units called Amrit have been installed across the country. The company received funding of 13.5 million pounds from US-based energy and water investment firm Nano Holdings. See, this is the research done by a teacher in IIT Madras, and how much funding they have received. $13.5 million pounds, it's huge amount. Now the company aspires to be an exporter of water technologies and plans to set up manufacturing facilities, research laboratory, choosing startup or publishing. This is very important article. To climb up the ladder and for awards, rewards, recognition in India, one must publish. technology industry are viewed as add-ons, says Pradeep. Often they are seen as something pursued by those who are less competent. It is hard to make even 1 rupee from the market. If you just keep on doing publishing, and if that rupee is made on one's own technology, it is even harder. I'm glad that I could publish and translate my findings somewhat successfully. So publish and translate your finding to develop, to solve most important problems. As I said, clean water to everyone is one of the most important problems. So you can see these are the researchers, scientists, teachers who have done these startups and successful startups. There is step change in the mindset of young researchers in India today. They want to commercialize their research which can benefit society. That is what now people are more thinking about. It's not only publishing papers, but it is about solving many important problems and starting the startups. So this is also one of the important startup, Onco Discover. So this is detecting metastatic cancer. This is very important. And this Jan Khandare, he is my very good friend. So see how much 76 pounds test costs, when similar test in US cost around 76 means you can just have 8,000 rupees. But similar test in US cost around 2,500 US dollars. So it's very expensive. This Onco Discover, this is Pune based because they started in Venture Center Pune. I know this story, success story of them. Has developed tests that can detect metastasis. Very simple technology, and they have converted into very big business. So they are ranked third among the top 12 disruptive technologies in oncology and cancer treatment by the World Medical Innovation Forum. So government funding search, so DBT, DST, BARAC, lot of fundings are there if you want to go. So money is not the problem. So people are ready to participate in your venture because many times money is there, but they don't have bigger ideas, because people can understand selling shoes, selling clothes, selling food, but selling science products, this is the area where teachers or students who are doing science can dominate, and this has big market, big business, because this is not layman science. This is you need genuine researchers who can contribute to this. So a lot of success stories, lot of even H.M. Chawla from IIT Delhi developed biodegradable emulsion that can increase the shelf life of fruit and vegetables without refrigeration. See, this is such an important and interesting innovation. So translational research is very, very important, and now it will start growing up like anything. So one need to grab this opportunity. So this is also important government's website, Startup Spotlight. From the same you can see how funding opportunities, good ventures, good startups, what they are doing. See, hybrid multiply face masks. So even simple thing, but they have turned up like very successful business model. Dozy offers AI-powered contact-free health monitor and setup system in ICU. This is what you have to understand. See, when you want to start up something, most important thing, you have to understand the thirst areas where you can contribute. So it's not like without understanding, just you can do it, so do it. But if you are in chemistry, lot of things you can do with chemistry. I'm going to come to that point, chemistry or life sciences also. And if you chemistry, biology, microbiologists, if they can come together and start thinking and developing the model or idea, it can be a fantastic option. So success stories, this I think we have startups in India, statistics and facts. This is what I wanted to talk to you. What are the areas where you can contribute? And if you see the area where a lot of startups are there, just a minute, I want to close it. I don't know what is happened, but you will understand which where people are investing more. It's not allowing, but this is the education sector. There are a lot of investment. The first was for let us see. Again, it is not allowing me to see it. But this is very important website. They are like asking for money. Anyways. So we need to create account. But you can find out the highest, large number of startups are coming in education industry. And education, now everyone after COVID, we have learned, wait a minute. World has learned to learn online. And online is going to be very important key areas of education, because everyone wants to learn during their leisure time. When they are free, they want to learn it. So you can have some other side activity and you can continue your education. So that's why online education platforms are becoming popular and popular. This is the area where one can invest and come up with a very innovative idea. You don't have to, like, if you have to start any institute or college, you need lot of land, lot of people, infrastructure. But now there are some sectors where you don't have to invest in it, and you can educate this. Incubation support. I think under this only your college has received the grant, but this is one of the, okay, let me see if it is opening or not. Yeah, it's opening. So this is the website where you can get incubation support from government, various funding agencies. So lot of fundings and eligibility you can find out here. So this is, so I don't want to go into these details. Because finally, even if you have ideas, what is most important? Funding. Without funding, you can't do anything. But government is giving almost 50 lakhs funding to startups, good startups. Now, next important, women entrepreneurs, female founders. So, government is giving lot of funding and support to women, so women can come together and have some innovative startups. So, you can go to this Women Entrepreneurship Startup India program where you can get to know lot of things. So, you will have lot of benefits also, tax benefit, waivers, if women is the entrepreneur. Now when we talk about innovation, sometimes innovation is also not required. You can just see how we have to defeat the China. So we have to become Atmanirbhar. So China is the source of nearly 13.17% of India's import. This is very huge. Across all sectors, chemicals, automotive components, consumer electronics, pharmaceuticals, even plastic household items. So Indian medical industry is heavily dependent on Chinese ingredients to manufacture medical instruments and medicines in India. So what is important as a science student? We have to see what are the areas where you can contribute and make India Atmanirbhar, truly Atmanirbhar. Because even if you make one online teaching platform, you are not going to make India Atmanirbhar. But if you identify from where India is, our imports are coming and where you can contribute, that is going to be very, very important for the country. So India-China trade volume, you can see India's trade with China was 87 billions in 2018 to 19. Indian import from China was almost 70, and you can see that 16.70 billion is from India imported, but almost 5 times more we export from China. So India's trade deficit with China, and it is 53.57 billion in 18-19. Now it must be very high. I couldn't get the figures in today's scenario, but you can see that. So we have to take care of the deficit, being science student or teacher. So we have to contribute, we have to find out where we can contribute. Of course, business development, strategy and growth approach, everything I think Dr. Modi has discussed with you all. But being science student or teacher, you need to identify where you can contribute. What are those things where you can do? Change the this dimension of this. So this is my college. This is Ashoka University from Sonipat, Haryana, where I am teaching. See, this is also one of the important areas where you can contribute. Liberal Art University. So we don't have that concept of Liberal Art University. So student can go to take any subject and study anything. I taught economic student chemistry or English student chemistry. That's what this do. So most important thing, health is the greatest gift, contentment is the greatest wealth, and trusted friend is the best relative. Liberated mind is the greatest bliss. So your mind should be free to do the innovation. You should not have any constraint. Once you decide, I want to do this, you can do it. Lot of funding. People are waiting. People have money to invest in ventures. So you identify it and go ahead. So let me stop this sharing. So this is how science students or teachers can contribute, because this is what nobody is going to compete with you. But other businesses, you will have a lot of competitors. Even those who have farming, I always say those who have agriculture land, they can become the richest people because they should know how to transform into the business. So lot of things you can do. I am also aiming to have at least one startup in next one year. We are working on it. So lot of things are there. So we are just looking at exactly what kind of thing I'm going to do it. There is one company in Kolkata that is a TCG group. They have started one company and it's fantastic. And I don't know why Maharashtrian businessmen are not coming forward to do that. That is in energy. Most of the work they are doing in energy. TCG CRG group. So money is not the problem. First of all, one must understand. Problem is having innovative ideas. If you have something innovative, people are there to fund you, support you. So that's all.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you.
for the thoughtful insights. Now we are moving towards the end of today's series. I would request Dr. N.G. Shinde sir to propose vote of thanks. Over to Shinde sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. I must be felt by heart, and I'm honored and privileged to get this opportunity to express or propose this vote of thanks on the special occasions of Impact Lecture Series. On behalf of the organizers, Kopargaon Taluka Education Societies, KJ Somaya, Arts, Commerce and Science College, and in associations with the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, All India Council of Technical Education, Government of India, that we have organized here the Impact Lecture Series. And today we are in the last session of this Impact Lecture Series. On behalf of the organizing committee, I convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to our honorable speaker, Mr. Pramod Modi, Mr. Parimal Modi, who is the CEO and founder, Test Nation Nasik, who in a very easy language enlighten us about the entrepreneurship. He also explained the working model of different startup business. He also informed about his own startup. Thank you, sir, for motivating us and our students about how small idea can make a change. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to thank and express my sincere words towards our second speaker, Professor Dr. Vidya Ausare. She is a professor and head Department of Chemistry at SP College, Pune, for highlighting on academic research. She also enlightened us about the government initiative and views about the startup, and focus on some success stories and women entrepreneurship. I am very much thankful to Mr. Ashokrao Romari, Chairman, Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, Advocate Sanjeev Kulkarni, who is the Secretary of Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, Mr. Sandeep Romare, Trustee, Kopargaon Taluka Education Society, and our Principal, Dr. B.S. Yadav. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape up this webinar and make this a success. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who bless us with their presence. I am very much thankful to all Program Advisory Committee members. I am very much thankful to Dr. S.R. Pagare sir, who is head at ESIC. I am very much thankful to Dr. Thange sir, who is a coordinator of IQAC, for expressing his views about this Impact Lecture Series. I am also thankful to Dr. S.G. Konda, who is a coordinator of Impact Lecture Series, for making this event happen and success. I am very much thankful to Varsha Ayed ma'am for flawless anchoring for this Impact Lecture Series. And I'm very much thankful to Professor P.G. Gudge sir from Computer Science for his all technical support for smooth conduction of this webinar. And I'm also thankful to all the teaching and non-teaching staff of our college for making this event success. And last but not the least, the student of our college who actively participated in this Impact Lecture Series and attended these 2 sessions of this webinar. So with this, my brief words and sincere thanks to all the speakers and the committee members. I will hand over to this to Varsha Ayed ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
With the
Once again,
organizers, I hereby declare that the program is over. Over to Konda, sir, if he wants to share something.
thank you, ma'am. Once again, Parimal Modi, sir, and with them especially, both are accepted my invitation on behalf of the KJS of my college. Once again, thank you. Thank you, sir.